Rise and shine, St. Louis. It's the Brown and Crouppen Morning After with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Martin Kilcoyne, and Jackson Burkett on 101 ESPN.
It is 7 o'clock in St. Louis, and you are listening to the Morning After on 101 ESPN and the TMA STL YouTube channel, live from Cardinals Spring Training in Jupiter, Florida. And it's all presented to you this week by Healthcare Evolution. Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Martin Kilcoyne, Little Jackie Papers, live with you from the Guanabanas picnic table. And Doty's on site as the engineer, and Chairman Kurt's back in St. Louis on the ones and twos. And Doug, welcome to the final day of the presentation, live from spring training. And Jackson's calling it a Friday flourish.
Friday flourish. Yep. Friday. Big day today.
Well, I'm not looking forward to leaving because the weather's been so perfect down here. It's really been gorgeous. But nonetheless, I'm not sure I'm going to be much good to you today. Again, I'm worried about the tires again.
Doug has some evidence, and if you're watching on the TMA STL YouTube channel, you will be able to see it.
More nails in our parking spot. So I kind of half expect to have 4 flat tires when the show's over. But I don't know if I can take it.
I got out of the car, Tim, and the attendant, the parking attendant up there, was walking rather briskly.
Not happy with Doug.
And I said, what's up? He said, I got to go talk to the guy. I said, what happened? He said, the guy with the flat tire. And he was chasing you down. You just can't follow the rules.
No, he got us. I don't want another flat.
Now, I wonder about your strategy, considering you've acknowledged you're driving what we know is a hot car.
Yeah, but if I have to run from the police, I want 4 good tires.
Yeah, I follow that.
That's right.
I follow that.
I heard they don't do a lot of police pursuits down here. So, I may be okay. As long as the tires are inflated. And that ain't good.
Waiting for the text, Tim. Flat tire, bitch, getting old. Ozzy's here, getting old.
You can text in your complaints about the show at 314-399-9646, Air Comfort Service text inbox. And then you can join with other friends and watch the show. Doty's got the 4 cameras going on a beautiful Friday morning in Jupiter, Florida. It's the TMA STL YouTube channel. Doug, we're up to 6,620 subscribers.
Nice.
Brick by brick by brick until we get to 1 million subscribers.
1 million.
And then at that point, I think I'll just focus on my OnlyFans. So that's kind of where the trajectory is.
And you got started with some feet pics on this trip?
We're taking against my will when I was sleeping on the beach by my wife. And so that's been a tense topic.
Yeah, revenge porn.
Thank you.
What a weirdo she is.
Yeah, wow. Thank you. Good for you. Thank you. You are also welcome to email in. We've got a Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. It's going to come your way at 9:45 on the polosplus.com dossier. I am sporting Polos Plus today. I think Doug is as well now that I recognize that. Got the Travis Matthew TMA shirt.
Mm-hmm. I got what I want, Tim.
Yeah, I got a hood on here. I'm dressed in pant. I'm sorry. I know a lot of ladies tune in to see my calves.
Yeah.
But since we'll be back in St. Louis 4:00 Central, I gotta be bundled up like the tiny little tyke boy I am.
It's 29 degrees right now in St. Louis.
Is that right?
That's what I got.
I didn't really think this through. You had shorts and a golf shirt.
Yeah, I got a hoodie on. I mean, I'm feeling a little warm here, but I know where I'll be in 9 hours, and so mentally preparing, also physically preparing. And thank you to Polos Plus and Corey Lawson and Andrew Hubbard for sponsoring the dossier. And you get a 10% discount when you go to polosplus.com and use the promo code TMA. Polos Plus, locally owned and operated by Corey Lawson, with longtime TMA listener and supporter Andrew Hubbard running the sales and marketing side. What they do that is different is they've been serving the local community since '95, and Polos Plus offers brands like Carhartt, Travis Matthew, like Doug is wearing, Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, which is what I am wearing with this hoodie with the TMA logo on it. It's just above my left areola. Polos Plus. It's in the copy, Doug.
Okay.
Seriously.
Polos Plus offers brands that you can't get just anywhere and put your business's logo on there. The big guys don't really care about the entrepreneur, the local business owner. That's what PolosPlus.com. Start small. Give them a shot. They make PolosPlus.com and take that off. TMA. If you have any questions or anything at all that you want to talk with Andrew Hubbard about, he gives his email address out, Andrew at polosplus.com. That's polosplus.com, promo code TMA for 10% off. And that sets the stage for Little Jackie Papers' Flourish Friday Flourish.
Yeah, big.
We had,
Polo
we had
plus
winning
.com
Wednesday,
yeah.
which was huge. Thursday, he kind of hung me out to dry.
Yeah,
I was
you
pounding
would've-
drinks by myself at Club Papers. He comes stumbling in after his golf,
Yeah.
and then realizes he's got some Coronas left from the week. He's like, I just got to finish these.
You start polishing them off?
Yeah.
He was in his cups.
He was in his cups. I like that term. You used.
And then we figured out his wallet was missing. And I said, oh, let me think about this. You got a chance to play this high-priced golf course, and was the subject of great debate about how to pay for it. On that same day, he loses his wallet.
Wow.
Yeah.
And didn't seem concerned about
Nope.
it necessarily.
Have
Doug
you
was
discovered
worried.
it?
No.
You have no idea where your wallet is?
No.
How the F are you going to get on your flight, Brad?
Passport in the backpack.
Oh, God bless.
Passport in the backpack.
So do you think you lost
Okay.
it at the course?
Yeah, either there or somewhere along the way.
You think Mike Jordan's got your debit card right now and
Here's
he's
the-
buying stuff?
There's no cash in there. I don't carry cash, so no
Shocker.
problem there. You can easily lock your debit and credit card, and then my ID expires on my birthday, so it's not a big deal.
I told Jackson, call the golf course, see if someone turned it in. He
Yeah.
said, you can't call that golf course.
They don't have phones there.
That
Is
is
that
legit,
true? That
yeah,
can't-
that's a legitimate thing. And even if you did, how am I going to get back in there? Hey, I left my wallet. Yeah, that's
Well, at
not
least
gonna
it would
play
give you
well.
the peace of mind. It is. We by there before we go to the airport.
Swing by. Could you imagine driving that area?
These guys are going to do a
No.
sitcom together now?
It's hard to get there.
It's so elite, I can't even drive
me,
through it.
me and Tim were driving yesterday trying to find it, and it was giving us some issues.
It literally isn't on a map.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
I think Mike
I've
Jordan,
been there
he
4
might-
days
he just calls Google and says, take it down.
take it down.
I
And
think
then we were leaving there last night at 8:30, and it's pitch black, and it's about 2.5 miles from the road in which you enter. And I said to Jackson, I said, we're going to be counting on the taillights in front of us to get us out of here. Otherwise,
Yeah.
we will never see Doug or Martin again.
Yep.
That's
That
who
would've
I'm
been
concerned
sad.
about. Not my children, not
Sure.
my
Yeah.
wife, not
Sure.
my parents.
Uh-huh.
You gentlemen.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
That's the brotherhood of working with your friends on a show, Doug, not coworkers.
It feels like coworkers. So even if they had the wallet, you can't find your way back there to pick it up.
They could probably send it to me. But again, like it's not that big a deal.
I can't
Okay.
wait to hear that phone call.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't even want to go through it. It's the loss I'm having is not having that actual wallet. I can just get a new wallet.
They Google you, find out who you are, and they're, oh, God, how did he get on the course?
Yeah. Yeah,
Then
they
you're going to
start
actually get a
question.
letter in the mail, like a cease and desist, and
Yeah.
never come back.
Yeah, never come back and don't talk about that. You know, by all circumstances, you did not play there. Yeah.
What we really missed out on, Tim, so Papers comes back and just starts inhaling Corona Lights.
Did you really? How many do
Doug-
you have? Because you
Just
you
two.
acknowledge you don't have the greatest tolerance.
With light beer, I do. I can drink a light beer.
Then
pretty
why
much
did
all day.
daiquiris set you on your side?
Because that if I'm having a daiquiri, it's vacation. I'm loose. You know, I don't have I don't have a workman's daiquiri. You know, I don't have a.
Is there such a thing?
Well, I don't stop off after work.
Ah,
for
the
a
guy
daiquiri.
working in the coal mine. What are you going to have?
A workman's daiquiri.
That's what I'm
I don't
saying.
think it exists.
That's what I'm saying. It's only a vacation drink, so then you're gonna be a little looser.
Oh,
just
because
by-
you're here professionally.
Yes, that's right.
So then, Tim, if I knew how to live stream, I would have gone viral last night because we watched Jeopardy. We couldn't figure out how to get live TV. So Doug found an episode of Jeopardy. We missed, I believe, every answer.
Wow.
It was the
Pretty much.
nitwittery was certified.
Well, that's
And
'cause
then they had a-
Jackson was in his cups.
Yeah,
Then they had a
that's
movie
good.
segment. And he goes, "Oh, here we go!" And I think you might have gotten one.
Yeah, it was very technical. It was like a lot of technical stuff with that. I didn't understand it.
Who the F carries a damn darn wallet? That's from the Huntley Hot Wife Hunter. And
Doesn't
he's not happy.
everybody?
A lot of people now, especially my age, use there's like a little thing you put on the back of your phone to
Right.
hold your cards, and that's put it in the card holder.
Well,
in the
that
back of
counts
your-
as a wallet.
Okay.
I drink
Yeah,
freshly
Dodie has
coffee,
one.
drink beer, and get booties.
Yeah, that's what I said when I lost my wallet yesterday.
Here is the phone number, you dildos. Jackson Jugs in D.C. has just sent in
Oh, good.
the number for you to call.
All
Can we
right.
do this on the air?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I don't know if that's legal, but you never know.
Yeah. I mean, you just say that you never know and then you do it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Not being bothered by losing your wallet seems elitism. That's
really
the
does.
unknown DJ.
Yeah.
It took me 2 seconds to lock my cards. Use your digital cards on your phone, so I can still pay for everything with my cards. My ID is expiring in 2 weeks, anyways. So, and
You got to get a new license there, baby?
yeah, I gotta get a new
You
license.
got that real ID, eh?
I don't have my real ID. Hence
$45 fine. That's why you got the pass pin?
Why, hence why
Aye.
that's why I bring the pass pin. And look at this. Look how it's saving me now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're not happy in the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat that Jackson was drinking Coronas. Yikes.
What's wrong with that?
What's the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat?
Oh, yeah. Well,
I had Mick
Was it the-
Ultras in the fridge.
we were drinking
Martin loves America.
We were
And I-
drinking Michelob's during
Martin
the day
loves
yesterday.
America.
I
was
posted a
drinking Michelob
picture of Club
yesterday.
Papers with the Mick Ultra
Yeah.
next to the pool.
Supporting the sponsors.
So wasted on boat drinks that the guy lost his wallet. Wow, wow, wow. That's old Bill Reloaded in the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat, not the Corona Light YouTube chat.
I was not
I'll
wasted.
admit, I was drunk.
I was not drunk. I wasn't wasted. I just had a couple pops. I like to have a few pops, you know?
While you're playing.
Is this
Sure.
the hottest day so far?
It's hot.
It is.
Are
That's
we-
why the pant look and the hoodie really penal right now here in the early going of this Healthcare Evolution 7 o'clock hour. And I noticed the construction starting to gather, Doug, and they're getting ready to do some drilling like Mick Blue.
Okay, I got some nails for him if they're short.
I just saw Martin dab his brow.
It's getting a little toasty.
Yeah, I noticed the sweat. Jackson,
Jeez.
there were a couple guests that dropped by yesterday, and Jackson picked up the headset, and there was so
Sweat.
much sweat. You would have thought Sonny Gray had been traded back.
Dustin May was that was a quick wipe down and it was okay. No offense to our guy Polo. We love Polo Asensio. It was the headphones were soaking wet.
But he was
I
not
enjoy
coming from
a
work.
little bit of wetness too.
It was
Hey, man.
as if they were dipped in a pool. They
I
were
wonder
so wet.
if we were to put our 101 banner over here
I've
to
been
block
thinking
the
about
sun.
it. I honestly
might
been thinking
help.
about it.
Want me to try it?
Sure.
It
Ladies and gentlemen, Jackson
Okay.
Burkett lifting something.
So the
This guy is
Polos
still drunk.
polosplus.com dossier today
For the Friday Flourish?
I believe will include, ironically, Polo on the Polos
Oh,
Plus.
yeah.
Oh,
because
nice.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
going to come back.
Oh, Doug, I did. The temperatures
Oh.
dropped 20 degrees.
It did. Nice.
This is glorious.
That was much needed.
Nice job, Papers.
I was
It's
thinking
like you
about
got
it,
your wallet back. I guess I got my swagger back.
although it's like the studio papers are still getting sniped by the sun. That's okay. I feel better.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's been the business model of this program since 2004.
And post show yesterday, we did some bookings. Remember, Mason Wynn walked by. We said, hey, tomorrow, last day of the show. He said, let's do it. Jordan Walker walking by. I said, hey, he said, we'll see.
I saw all this. Yes, I can confirm.
Vic Scott the other day said, I got to get back on there.
Yep.
So I think we've got some soft commits.
Doug, here's what I'm thinking. It's a big W Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Win, Walker, Weatherholt.
Okay, that'd be a good lineup.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
What percentage would you give that parlay coming in there? Producer extraordinaire, but intoxicated this morning in Jupiter, Florida, Jackson Burkett.
All three, 25%.
I think that's
Yeah, might be a little high.
no, you're the one who set the number.
Well, but I'm optimistic by nature.
I think number 4 is going to stop by.
Wow. What percentage would you give that?
50.
Wow.
Really?
I don't think he has ever been on this show.
Well, it's time for that to end.
Doug.
That would be nice. A lot of people would love to
The
hear from you.
manager came by pre-show and looked at me in disgust.
I
was
the way he was looking at you
I was putting on sunscreen.
was absolute, and he asked you what you bring to the show.
Yeah, he said, "Oh, Tim's got a great voice," and I'm like, "Oh, ring the bell."
Yeah.
So Ollie is sucking up to Tim, looked at me like his eyes looked through me,
He did.
and he said, What's your shtick? What do you do? What's your thing on the show?" And I said, "I'm a savvy vet. I said, I'm the guy in the bullpen with like a 4.8 ERA. I said, I can eat. I can just leave you out there." And I said, "You just leave me out there." And I said, "I'm good in the room." I said, "I will talk crap about you, the manager, behind your back,
Off the
Right.
record, though.
Right.
but only to the reporters, off the record." And I think he felt like that was on brand. He did seem to have genuine disgust, not for the,
the
show,
look.
but for me.
The look was
Screw
startling. I
him.
think it's the
I'm
let's
going after
go.
him.
I think it's the let's go.
Well, that
text
was a
you
little
said.
bold.
When he was meeting with Heim and you texted him,
Well,
let's
we were
go.
waiting for him.
The week is a fail if you don't get Youngry on it all this week. That's from Ollie Doesn't Know.
We're gonna
Ollie got to see Ollie Doesn't Know text in.
You
when he
like
was
that.
sitting here.
I
He
think
did.
you like that.
Jackson being hungover off one Mad Dog is the least surprising thing of the 2026 calendar year. That's from Steven Time.
I'm not hungover.
It's like you can barely walk.
I'm not hungover at
Oh.
all. I woke
God, I
up.
hate agreeing with you in any form.
I woke up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, feeling good.
Okay, good.
Jackson, I know Martin just went into the clubhouse, and so we will detail what Jackson told me yesterday. Just two boys driving down the turnpike, two cute boys too. to be
That's right.
honest. Said it might have been the best day of his life.
Yeah.
Really?
Yesterday afternoon was about as good of a 7 to 8 hours as I've had in my 27 years of life.
No fooling.
Yeah. Yeah. It was pretty outstanding day. It was it was awesome.
And you played well.
I did play well. Yeah.
I would agree with that. Let me tell you something. I've been pumping your tires and telling people to buy stock in your game for a few years now. And now I think it's starting to come to fruition.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's all starting to come to fruition.
Yeah. Yeah. The seeds have been planted. My game has improved a little bit, certainly since down here, just getting used to that grass. But
Doug, you call it tight Bermuda?
Tight Bermuda.
Just grass.
The entire experience yesterday was unbelievable.
All right, we'll detail it, but I can tell you this. And Martin, you broke this story that Michael McGreevy is the Cardinal player rep.
I guess I should have tweeted that. I didn't even think of that as a
you
big
had
deal.
That. You had it like
a couple days ago.
And I saw that in the Post-Dispatch this morning. And McGreevy on 17, we played at Grove 23 yesterday. Michael Jordan's course. Did see Michael Jordan. And Jackie Papers was I guess you said he had a soft cow, but to me it looked like full.
Well, you don't, to be that close to his royal airness.
Oh, brother.
He was showing Doug, and he goes,
Jealous
"Look here,
lady?
look, zoom in." And I said, "What? What?" He goes, "No, right there. There he is." Correct?
Yes, it was.
It's like the Bigfoot video.
Listen, the picture doesn't do it justice. What I saw with my two eyeballs is what matters, and that was Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
And it was me and Jackson and Michael McGreevy and Dustin May, new Cardinal starter, who we've decided is responsible for about a third of the payroll, and the member, and another gentleman, and then guys just following us around and drinking.
Yeah, I kind of like those
who
guys.
were friends with the member.
Yeah,
and we had a game going, but I told Jackson, I said, this is one of those games where nobody's ever going to pay.
Right.
And it sucks because I was due the money.
That's right.
But McGreevy, and we'll tend to this with him.
Yeah.
On number 17, because I'm like, you guys you hit the ball 100 yards past us and all that,
Yeah.
and running your mouths. Neither one of you have birdies. And I said, somebody's going to birdie this. It's a par 5. It's only like 520 yards. Somebody's going to birdie this. And McGreevy walks past and says, well, we know one person it's not going to be. It's not going to be Papers. And guess who birdied number 17, Doug?
Cut it out.
Yes, sir.
Did you really?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And those two bitched their putts up there and missed it. And I was advocating for my boy.
Yeah.
I was advocating for my boy.
Yeah. And put on. We put on, Doug.
So Jackson will detail, and he did ask Michael Jordan to come on the show. So we expect him to call in on the polosplus.com dossier.
I think he's going to swing by.
So we got
With
Jordan
your
and
wallet,
Melina.
he's just going to swing by, except the parking attendant won't let him in. You don't have the proper credentials, sir.
That would be unbelievable.
Can't rule it out.
Gosh, listen to this guy.
Joe Strauss joining the program. No, the disdain that Ali Marmol looked at you with from nearly about 20 feet away is the exact same spot that the late, great Joe Strauss looked at this entire show with for a number of years.
Yeah.
He was in awe that, number one, the show even existed.
Yeah.
Number two, that it was broadcasting to people.
Mhm.
It was on 920, so it was a limited amount of people.
Four.
Yeah. And then the question of the day where either producer Joe or the Plowhawk or Iggy would chase after the players and ask them their favorite breakfast dish, which really Chris Carpenter and Yachty loved that. Oh, they loved it. They thought
That's
it was
when I
hilarious.
dove down under the picnic table. Told people I was looking for my contact lenses. I didn't even want to be seen connected to the show.
I believe last
Doug's on his game today.
year's return of the picnic table came with a little Cardinal request that we dial back some of the nonsense. I think that was sort of understood, that we wouldn't have a young Jackson running with a cable that at one point would run out.
That's correct. And producer Joe would trip
You
over
just-
players.
Yes. The players are heading to the field and they're having to do a jump rope
Yeah.
because somebody wants to ask them if they like a English muffin or a Danish.
And they didn't have producer Joe never had like a headset on either. So he was just going rogue, essentially. You couldn't hear you guys.
Well, Big Tuft is not happy that Jackson's happy.
Okay.
Imagine calling a day the best day of your life and it didn't involve a woman. That's from Big Tuft.
How about
Par,
that?
par for the course.
Does that hurt at all?
It did not hurt. No one can take away from me the experience I had yesterday.
Not even Big Tuft.
Nah.
All right. How about this one? It's right under it. Spring training week used to be fun to listen to, but this week's been all about your damn golf. That's from the 314.
Yeah. Complain.
We had the manager sit here and read texts and the YouTube chat for a half hour. We had the president of baseball operations sit here and read text in the YouTube chat for a half hour. But I haven't kind of noticed we have gone hole by hole through all of your rounds.
Yeah.
I mean, Joel Poza opened his heart to you, the St. Louis audience.
He did.
Yeah.
Dustin May, who more you think about it, he does make about a fifth of the payroll. The pressure, like on the road when they're at a meal or anything, everybody's going to always look towards him and say,
that's
well,
exactly what he said yesterday.
Well, you got this? Well, I think Dustin could grab this one. That'll be the whole season.
McGreevy was saying how Sonny Gray would pick up tabs last year. And then May got to the realization in that conversation. He goes, oh, crap.
That's me.
I'm going to be that guy this year.
Yep.
And I think he used to be the 18th highest paid player on the Dodgers.
Right.
This is new to him. I think Holiday called it like with Freeze, wherever they went. He said, yeah, David was on scholarship for a while until he got a bigger deal.
And that probably happens to these guys away from baseball, too. Every time they go out with friends
Family.
or something, or neighbors, or family, everybody thinks, well, you're making all this money. You pay for it all.
You go out with your neighbors a lot?
Sometimes, yeah.
Really? I think it's cool. Sense of community.
Where you live, you should go out with your neighbors, if you know what I mean, huh?
Yeah, that's not false at all.
What kind of
That's
neighbors you
not
got?
false at all.
What?
What kind of
There he
neighbors
is.
you got?
He's the friend of the program. He's your boy.
That's right. I'm
Responsible for more than 25% of the payroll.
God, it's hot
Just
over
walk
here.
You are literally
Me
in the hot
and
seat.
Martin and Doug are under the shade, and now the sun is concentrated like it's an eclipse.
I'll scoot over. You
God.
want to scoot over 2 feet?
Yeah, thank you.
It's
Doug.
rough.
just
It's rough.
All right,
Everything
there we
is
go.
wet.
Guys, have we gotten confirmation whether the Cardinals will be bringing back the Navy ball caps this year or not? That's from Tim's Offshore Bookie. I can tell you this, the manager and the president of baseball operations are certainly on board.
Yeah.
And as Chaim Bloom pondered it yesterday, going, yeah, that is a good look, I think he began to wander through his contract mentally and think whether or not that was something under his jurisdiction or would it be perhaps with the Third's jurisdiction. And I think if it's Chaim's call, it'll be Navy caps on the road this
Hey,
year.
you're here to rebuild the entire franchise. Could you just put that on hold and look into these caps for us?
Could. I'd pay for Tim's dinner if he ever went out with me.
Oh,
That's from the
gosh.
Tin Man.
That's a nice gesture.
Imagine calling it the best day of your life and it didn't involve sleeping with a woman. He changed the text now. That's Big
Okay.
Tufty's back.
He thought that was the funnier version of it. Okay. Well, 0-2 count.
It is hard to imagine what would be. Day you get married?
I'm San's child.
Yeah. Not married.
San's spouse.
So the more Doug
Right.
workshops this, it will further
Yeah.
your point that
Yeah,
you haven't
you
had
got
those,
a couple good days.
you haven't had those
Right.
life. You have
Yeah.
not had those life
best day of my life so
experiences.
far. You know?
Was you making the final?
Yeah, what if that
Uh,
happened?
That's
Ooh,
not happening.
yeah, that
Well,
would
it
be.
could, but I'm saying so far.
Well, just making the final four wouldn't be, but if they won it all, if they cut. Can't go to school championship.
That was like a compliment.
I thought it was.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
The best day of my life would be meeting Tim. Thanks. That's
Oh,
from MD
stop.
2020.
Got to bring that.
With Design Air came out yesterday to see what the word is with mysterious technician that did Martin's system.
Oh.
That's from Alan Dadeville, the winner of the $10,000 HVAC system for winning the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the month in the month of January. Doug, March 4th, the day at Alan Dadeville's place.
Okay, and he's going to get the rugged Joe and maybe Joey with
Yeah,
him?
well, and Brian came out and did the initial kind of walkthrough, the explaining. Brian was great, and then he handed the baton to his teammates. Yeah,
Design Air Heating and Cooling is a sponsor of our email today. DesignAirService.com. That's Seth Goldkant's company, and he came up with the most brilliant promotion in the 22 years of this show. And that is, you know what we're going to do for the winner of the email of the month? We're going to give him a $10,000 HVAC system. And now other advertisers are following that lead. Jackson, are you in the emails about the prize for the month of March?
I am not.
Okay. I don't know if it is good enough for me to announce who it is just yet, so I'll err on the side of caution. But we got a big prize coming up starting on March 2nd for the emailer of the month in the month of March. So we will probably announce that next week when we're back in St. Louis. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com. Doug's a client. Martin's a client. I'm a client. Why don't you become a client as well with Design Air Heating and Cooling? designairservice.com. Let's see what Andy Pants isn't happy now.
No.
For crying out loud, Tim. I was excited when January was over, so I didn't have to hear about the $10,000 HVAC system. Some Andy
He's
pants.
upset about this awesome prize that's coming?
Because he didn't win it.
Oh, my God. What in God's name's going on?
Put that off. I think here. Let me do a little play-by-play for you.
Yeah.
I believe Martin just went into the Cardinal clubhouse because he saw Jordan Walker walk in. I don't know how likely it is that he's going to be on this show. Jackson, you want to set the number right now? Because Martin's going in to talk to him. And we have asked him about coming on the show.
We never had him on before, I
I
don't
believe
think.
we've had him on. We have had Weatherholt on. I don't know if we had Win on last year.
No, we did not.
This is a day of firsts.
Yeah. I've asked Jordan Walker a couple times. So
Martin is coming out empty-handed. Did you just go in there to ask Jordan Walker? That was my read. Okay. All right. So it wasn't a no, Jackson.
Okay.
It wasn't
There
a
we
no.
go.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't tell if we're on the air off. Yeah, no, Jordan said he doesn't have a few minutes right now. I think preparation of the season should be put on hold.
Yeah, I
because
agree.
this is
Thank
our
you.
last day. Here.
Thank you.
I agree.
Let's see. I give Doug's performance this week 3 out of 4 Donnybrooks and half of a Gran Torino. It started with a rant about a flat tire and ended with him yelling at Jackson about what kind of neighbors he has. It's Del Boca Vista time. That's from Arbor Day, the 3-time texter of the year. Del Boca Vista.
Yeah. I'll be all over that shuffleboard court.
The Marquette Pissa says he's just dodging you guys.
Yes.
That could be. Some people don't feel comfortable doing it.
Kinda,
We
yeah.
understand that.
And that's part of the deal. You understand that's part of the deal.
I don't know if the YouTube audience has gotten a chance to see what we get to see in the background, but one of the new elements here of Cardinal spring training in Jupiter, Florida, is that I gather that they shower in the building across the way. If you're watching on YouTube, it's the building behind us, and the clubhouse. I don't know, is that visible on the YouTube? I'm opening it up. It's probably maybe 10 feet to Jackson's right, the actual building. And so oftentimes, if you're lucky enough, a gentleman will be topless and damp in a towel making his way across the backdrop.
I was told it's the cold plunge over there, and they all go to do it, but then they have to walk back to their locker. There are showers available on both sides.
Right.
But the cold plunge is what they're all doing, and then they wrap themselves in a towel and walk across the sidewalk.
Yeah.
That
Maybe-
sounds horrible.
Maybe not optimal.
Yeah, I think they just saw Ryan Stanek make that
Friend of
little
the
venture.
show.
There goes Jordan Walker in the opposite
busy.
direction of the Guanabanas picnic
He's
table.
walking briskly, I would
Yeah,
say.
and I would
He's
say
looking
walk
for
with a
that
purpose.
tunnel.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
walking with a purpose.
Yeah. Did not turn his head to the right.
Martin, do you think Jordan is sideways with you because of the hitting video you posted?
Ooh.
It was a hitting video.
I'm guessing he's not aware, but he'd be amazed how many hitting coaches are out there. And then guys were starting to say, here's my resume. I am.
They were sending it in.
And
Yes.
they'd like to help. They're offering instruction.
Well, then somebody said, bad angle, Martin. I'm like, I just shot some video of a guy in the cage. We don't need to break this down thoroughly.
They're all dodging you, and it's kind of ridiculous. How many of them are scared to talk? Play better. You won't have to be scared of an interview. That's from the Thrilla in Manila, and he's not happy.
What's up with the hostility right now?
Well, I thought you've been on the show for 6 years.
I have, but it just seems more unnecessary than ever right now.
Maybe a little Florida envy, right? We're sitting down here. You're having a workman's daiquiri, is it?
Yeah, Workman's Daiquiri.
And they're all getting up and grinding.
Yeah.
Well, some of the young guys are afraid they're going to say something to get themselves in trouble with the team or say something about a teammate that doesn't go over well. You can understand that.
And you're known for your leading questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we grill them, man. When they come here, they stay grilled.
Sweet. Got Hootie. That's from Grimy from South County. What is
Text.
Like a midge email.
He stopped what he was doing to send that text in.
I love it for Jackie. They jelly. Most of these F nuts have to blow into a machine to start their car and start their sad days. That's from Chairman Steve. And Chairman Steve has come to Jackson Burkett's side. What a moment.
Oh man, that's that's mean. Oh my god.
And you just came to the audience's side.
Yes, I'm siding with you. I don't think a
Now
lot
Chairman Steve's going to go against you.
I appreciate the support. I just don't think a lot of them are having to blow into something court ordered so that they can start their vehicles in the morning.
The Fast Lane has Monty on weekly. You guys need Marmol on weekly. Maybe then you guys be considered a sports show. That's from the 636.
Yeah. So, yeah, no text names, no surprise there.
We don't get extra credit for being considered a sports show.
We're the.
It's been my dream.
I
I
don't
believe
remember.
Ollie has a weekly show. It's with the rights holders at Camo X. I believe every Sunday.
Yeah, and plus 4th in the mid-major morning show market.
Yeah, thanks.
BSM.
Who we
yeah.
chasing down? Chuck and Bob?
Yeah, I think it's Chucky and Bobby.
Check.
They're down in Alabama. Email in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. That's the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email of the day. Talk it over with other TMA listeners. And that is in the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat. Doubles crotches, and they're talking liquor in the pub, liquor in the front. And then you got John Scores talking to Grandma Candy Dish. So they're all in there. You can subscribe and be part of the TMA YouTube chat. That's youtube.com/TMASTL. That's how you can watch the show, see the Cardinal Spring Training Complex, and when the players join us, you'll be able to see those conversations. It's all brought to you by Michelob Ultra. 95 calories, 2 grams of carbohydrate. Hopefully they'll stay on board with the program like they have for years after Jackson went and drank. Night got you, and now you're still carrying that over this morning.
I feel great. I know.
Did you just belch into the mic?
I woke up.
Plastered.
I woke
Put
up.
that off.
I was actually.
I feel great.
I was monitoring the light in his room to see if he was going to get up. I was afraid I was going to have to wake you up. But you're a pro. You're up.
Oh yeah, I was.
I was up
plenty of
super
time.
early, and I walked through the kitchen, and there's a little pool out back at Club Papers, and I look, and there's a guy out there, and he's got like a headlamp. I said, "Holy smoke!" It looked like a Bin Laden assassination. He's like walking around in the dark. He was cleaning the pool.
Oh, wow.
In pitch black.
Walked
6
through the
a.m.
house to do it.
No, I think around back,
Oh,
but he
good.
had a headlamp so that he could see. I don't know why he couldn't wait till it was light out.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, that's kind of a risky proposition these
I
days.
would
Everybody's
think.
packing heat. He's back there pitch black digging around in the pool. I'm like, holy smoke.
And our watchdog Doug was none the wiser.
No, I heard it going on. I thought one of you guys was going to take a little dip in the pool early.
Doug was in the Cato Kalin kind of extra house.
Yeah,
Mhm.
guest
And he
house.
heard the rattling out there and thought it was us. What if you had seen this gentleman with the headlamp?
I wouldn't have known what to do.
Okay.
So I didn't look outside.
It was a bit odd.
It is 7:32 in St. Louis. Time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. We are live at Cardinal Spring Training from Jupiter, Florida. The program is going to end an hour early today. BK and Ferrario are going to take over as Doty is driving back to St. Louis, and all of us are flying back to St. Louis. Am I the only one flying out? No, but you're flying out to Lauderdale.
I got a later flight. I got a little time on my hands.
Yeah. So that is why we are ending the program earlier. We appreciate Hubbard Management making that happen, and appreciate Hubbard Management for sending us down here for that matter. Thank you to Healthcare Evolution for sponsoring the program. Healthcare-evolution.com, the sponsor of spring training this week. And if you have a nagging injury, you're in pain, real answers and same-day pain relief, come at healthcare-evolution.com. That's healthcare-evolution.com. Check it out. Doug has been there. I have been there. That's how I found out I don't have a slap tear anymore. It's huge. Yeah. Papers is going there to.
Yep.
What are you doing down there?
They're the peptide with the hair thinning. I'm having the hair thinning. I'm going back in a couple weeks, maybe 2 weeks, to get my second treatment, and we're gonna see what we're full court press on this scalp. And Healthcare Evolution has done a fantastic job helping me with that.
Healthcare-evolution.com. Jackson, what's coming up on this polosplus.com dossier?
Players and coaches swinging by the Guanabanas picnic table, baby.
All right. There you go. All right. A lot of first timers are potentially on the list today. Yadier Molina never been on this program.
I'm taking it down to 40. What was I at 50 earlier?
Oh, it's moving down now?
Oh, no.
Jordan Walker, never been on this program.
Mason Wynn's never been on this program.
Is that right?
JJ Weatherholt has been on this program. And who else is on the
Victor Scott.
Big Scott needs
been.
a
Young
friend
Green?
of the show.
Friend of the
He
show.
needs
So
to
that's
return.
what we got. We'll see what's going to happen here. Got the drops of the week, got the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email of the day. The program is called The Morning After. It's presented to you by Brown and Crouppen. And this week, our spring training coverage brought to you by Healthcare Evolution. Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Martin Kilcoyne, and Little Jackie Papers with you live from Jupiter, Florida on 101 ESPN and the TMAST
Jupiter, Florida. TMA is broadcasting from Cardinal Spring Training on 101 ESPN.
Presented by Healthcare Evolution.
TMA 101 ESPN, Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Martin Kilcoyne, and Little Jackie Papers with you live from Jupiter, Florida. Cardinal Spring Training coverage brought to you by Healthcare Evolution. It is our final day, and it's being called Flourish Friday. Doug, Friday Flourish?
Flourish Friday. Okay, we're
That's why we start slow, because then we'll end Flourish.
Yeah. You ever gone to a concert where you're like, what are they playing? I don't recognize. And then all of a sudden, hit after hit, banger after banger, and you walk out of there going, that show was the bee's knees. You don't forget the first hour where you're sitting there going, what are they doing? That's what's happening with this show right now.
Okay.
Our producer's intoxicated, and once he sobers up around 8 o'clock, this thing is going to finish with a flourish.
We're trying to get some coffee into him now to shake him up. Maybe go take one of those cold plunges with the guys.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
If it keeps getting any hotter, I might have to.
You know.
We're shaded.
Whenever the band says, all right, we're going to play some of our new stuff, that's when you go get some beers and go to the bathroom, and we'll be right back.
Have you ever been out to the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater and have to leave before they play the big hit just to avoid
Because
the
of
traffic?
the traffic.
You know, I've done that a few times.
That's the Dodger move, apparently. Dustin May said they barely shower quickly and run out the door to beat the traffic.
Bolt like the wind. You're welcome to get involved. They are real. Jackson's wondering why there's so much hostility this morning.
I don't get it.
I just feel like it's a normal day.
Another day in the neighborhood.
Well, there's that belch again. You hear that, Doug?
This coffee's got me all messed up.
314-399-646. That's how you can text him. And then that's the Air Comfort Service text inbox. Get the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat. 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbohydrates. And you can subscribe to the TMAS YouTube channel. And then you're sitting there and you're watching this program and talking it over with other TMA listeners. Doty's got 4 cameras running right here in Jupiter, Florida at this brand new Cardinal Spring Training Complex. And they're not happy with Martin because they can't see a blade of grass. Was that what happened on your Twitter tweets?
Yeah, we went and found the grass for him. I don't know that the grass was that prominent in the past. I'm new here, but I think if you were in this area with the picnic table, you could see the fields. But I don't know there was a lot of grass. There was also like a tarped fence, so I don't know that you had a lot of.
For the first 15, 16 years.
So that's a great point. How would they have known?
They could feel it. They could.
You think at 9:20 you were lucky just to be on the air? So trying to do
in so many different ways.
trying to do video was really pushing it.
Let's see. The Jerkwood from Kirkwood is not happy that with our travel plans. Why in the you guys rush back to?
Business doesn't have to put us up for another night in hotels and Airbnbs and feed us for another couple days, and we need to be back bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for Monday.
Yeah,
I have 2 young tykes.
Are you going to the Billiken game?
I don't think so. And my wife's parents have been watching them for 8 days. I think it's time to say, hey, thank you. I will take care again. I take care of my kids.
I know.
I take care of my kids.
You haven't abandoned them yet.
I take care of them.
You reach a certain age, and it'll wear you out watching little kids. Wear you out.
Well, yeah, they're banty little roosters.
Are they?
Yeah, they're banty little roosters.
Hey, we've been gone 8 days. We were kind of wanting to go to that SLU game. Do you think you could just bring them by on Saturday? Can we just extend it a little bit, like a late checkout? Just call your in-laws for a late checkout.
We're going to stay one more night. Pay for it yourself, boomer. That's some Dino Bravo.
How'd that feel?
Didn't feel.
It's yeah. We gotta get home. Got families and gotta get back.
Your family is here.
That's true. That is true. My parents are here.
And they didn't want you to stay with them for a couple of days.
Yeah, they weren't. They didn't want me. We got the club papers. You know, I gotta be. I'm its namesake. There's beers to delete.
It's been a party palace so far.
Yeah. Has it really?
Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
Last night watching
You
Jeopardy.
talk about the dames that have come through there.
Any of them girls from Rachel come up, man?
Yeah, right to the pool house. No,
You go to
the
the pool house. Isn't that where you are, Cato?
Last night, Martin said, well, it's 8 o'clock. Time for bed.
I dropped Jackson off at 8:30.
yeah.
You guys were all asleep?
No, we
Yeah.
watched Jeopardy for
We
30
watched
minutes.
That's right.
Jeopardy, got every question wrong,
Yeah.
so that's demoralizing.
Beers, watched Jeopardy, and then went to bed early.
She has romantic, she has family, And she has also sexy modes.
No, we haven't had any of that.
Well,
My wife has been listening all week for the first time ever as we are both homesick. She thinks she likes the show, especially Doug, but that could just be the flu talking, she says. Nice week, fellas. That's from the 314. Doug, there's
Okay.
another female listener.
yeah,
Could
But
just
it's
be
just
the
the
flu.
I mean, this show is essentially becoming like Delilah.
I agree. Doug is easy to look at.
It's the only reason I'm here, really.
Wait, Jackson brought his parents? Wow. That's from Harrison's brother, Master.
I did not bring them.
Your
My-
dad drives you to work sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah, in the snow.
Mhm.
My parents come down every spring training. Now that my father's retired, for the down here, they've been doing that for a couple of years. The timing just worked out. Last year we got here a week earlier, so we
He was
didn't
at the
see them.
back ball field the other day doing some scouting.
He just likes to stand there, cross his arms, and watch some ball. He loves it.
Get the virgin a boat drink or a yellow diaper. We need full-blown Rick to close out this week. That's from Stan the caddy. Dougie's over there, Bell Reeve, not happy with Iggy and Plowhawks club selection.
You want me to start drinking on the air now?
Doug, what are the FCC regulations on that?
I
I
think
think
you've done
they encourage it.
You've
Yeah.
done enough damage with the demon rum already.
Yeah.
We haven't seen much ball at all, really, either, because we sit here really before they go out and they practice and they're back in before
Well, you're
we're
welcome
done.
to stick around, but you boys bolt as soon as the show's
Well,
over.
but the
Come
players
on.
have done practicing too.
Yeah,
usually,
they're usually out there, chucking it around.
Are they?
Feel free to stick around, Vaughn.
Okay, maybe I will.
Taking some ball. Guys are getting loose.
Jackson has just exited to go into the Cardinal clubhouse. We did have a Jim Dandy yesterday in the U.S.-Canada women's gold medal game. How do you do, Doug? Take a listen to the call.
Across to Keller. Back out to Edwards. The United States ties it with a goaltender pull with 2:04 remaining.
So, minutes left, and Doug, now we head to, what do you call it, an extra stanza?
Yeah, that's usually what I call it. I love 3-on-3 hockey.
You asked
so good.
Gretzky about it when he was on the program.
Yeah, I'm willing to settle for 4-on-4 hockey all the time, but 3-on-3, it's just more entertaining. I think.
So here is the call of the game winner.
The outlet pass for Keller, a defenseman. Nice move. Cuts to the net. Score! Megan Keller, the overtime hero. The United States wins gold in Milan.
Sick
Mhm.
move.
And they were heartbroken on the Canadian team.
Oh, you're 2 minutes away.
Yeah. Great game. Great game. Two of the dominant teams. I don't think anyone else had a prayer to win the gold medal out of that collection of teams, but the U.S. is really good. Really good.
The United States are only allowed. Oh, go ahead, Chairman.
Oh, look at that. Look at this. Look at that.
I would have
That was the
preferred
call in Canada.
I think the U.S. had outscored their opponents 31-1.
Yes, that was what I was about to say. They'd only allowed one goal.
Yeah. That was a good one. That was a fun game to watch. The men play Slovakia
This afternoon.
Oh, here we go with that. Again. Oh,
We're in the crowdsourcing business.
we went through this yesterday, didn't we?
That's right.
And people wrote us in what time
And
the
then
games
Sunday
are. And
morning
now I've forgotten.
would be the gold
It
medal
is
game.
at 2:10, excuse me, St. Louis time today. Canada and Finland playing at 9:40 St. Louis time. And then the gold medal game would be at 10 St. Louis time on Sunday. And Jackson, who is, I guess, left the show. He might have passed out in the Cardinal clubhouse.
He's laying on a couch.
With a cold towel on his head. He said he's going to live stream him watching it to kind of give people insight into what they're watching.
Boy, that'll be entertaining television. Let's watch someone else watch the game.
Well, that's what they do when he's watching Missouri in the NCAA tournament.
That's the main way of consuming Mizzou basketball in the tournament.
He's watching
is by
Jackson
watching
on his
the back
couch.
of Jackson's head.
Yeah.
That's a toughie.
Mm-hmm. It is. Well, some people like things and some people don't like other things.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Mhm.
Show's better without Jackson. That's some
Oh,
dirty Chewbacca.
God.
The guy was
He's been
the guy,
gone for what, a minute and a half?
and they really enjoy. Doug, 3-on-3 hockey sucks.
No, it does
It's just
not.
a bunch of keep away. That's from the 3-1-4.
It's great. It's high, you never look away, I'll tell you that. Nobody ever says, boy, this is boring. I think I'll leave. I think it's great.
Some of the purists,
No,
they
wouldn't
say
think
it's
they
a
would.
bastard version
Yeah.
of hockey.
Imagine that.
You play the whole or the urgency that they're going for.
And in the NHL in the regular season, but if you're going to determine a quick winner, it's perfect. I find it more entertaining than 5-on-5, but
There's probably been like an athletic poll on something like that in terms of whether the players really like it or not. I mean, the league dictates it.
Oh, absolutely. Papers is lurking. He just smiled at somebody, but I don't know who. Jackson, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We welcome back to the Guana Nick, the intoxicated producer of the show.
Scott.
Youngry.
He says he's got to get his swings in, but whenever he finishes up with that, he say, come by.
You tell him that's not acceptable.
Yeah, I told him, whatever, man. That's what I said.
Could he smell the liquor on your breath?
I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
And then with Matthew Liberatore, he said he had to go do something real quick. Then
Okay.
he'll be
Good.
swinging by. So,
Doug, we're starting to make progress. This is like getting a Friday flirt.
It's not for lack of effort, but we're getting there. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. No
Okay.
time left, a lot of ball left. So you got to stay optimistic.
Sure you do.
You got to stay energetic.
That's right.
Jackson, while you were away getting shot down by the Cardinals,
Yeah.
Doug espoused his love for 3-on-3 in overtime. What are your thoughts?
Ice hockey?
Yes. I knew that was coming. In ice hockey.
I actually will say I've watched a lot of 3-on-3. Well, a lot. I've watched 3-on-3 ice hockey, and it is awesome.
First,
Mhm.
Doug.
Medical Center.
Broadcasting live from Cardinal Spring Training, this is TMA on 101 ESPN.
Presented by Healthcare Evolution.
TMA 101 ESPN, Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Martin Kilcoyne, Jackie Papers on the ones and twos, live from Jupiter, Florida. Doty, the broadcast engineer, Chairman Kurt back in St. Louis, and it's a program that welcomes you to participate by texting in, by watching and chatting in the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat, TMA STL YouTube channel, and it is being called a Friday Flourish here in Jupiter, Florida. Doug?
Okay. It feels good so far. It's been very productive. We've talked about our golf game. We've talked about nails in the parking lot. I think that's what people want.
Hockey?
Oh, we did that. We broke that down a little bit. So, when we break things down, it stays broken down.
Jackson, what's the latest?
Clubhouse is pretty empty at the moment. A lot of the position players are in the cages. So we're working it. There's a good chance we get a good amount of guys on today. Just got to.
Based on what?
This is what this is you guys put the hole and then say, here, walk around.
Come on already. This is nonsense.
Based on what was Martin's response to that?
we were standing in there together. Clubhouse is beautiful, by the way.
You're getting a good view of it with no obstructions right now.
We were standing in there. We're standing in there together, and Jackson looks over. He said, "That's that guy that throws right-handed and left-handed." I said, "Gerangelo Sinjay." And he said, "God, I didn't even know how to say his name." Other than, hey, you throw right-handed, left-handed. We don't have a lot for him.
That's a second question problem?
We don't have a lot for him. And I said,
tails all the time.
I said, maybe not.
The Butch Patrick second question problem.
That's what it's known as.
Was he on more than once?
No.
Surprise guest next week. Joining us again to give us his thoughts on Joe Lenardi's bracket.
I think when we got John Hamm to do it, Joe said, tell him some of the surprise guests that have gone. and I think Joe said you left out Eddie Munster.
Cal May.
Yeah, to really sell it.
Yeah, bringing heat. James Carlton brings heat. He is online at carltoninsurance.net or by calling 314-961-4800. Jackson just became a client. Jackson, how has your life changed? You're hitting the ball better.
Hitting the ball better, spending less money on insurance, and having someone I can trust and can easily communicate with if I run into any issues. That's a huge, it's a big piece of mind, not to mention saving money is always great.
314-961-4800 is the number. James has been doing this 18 years, and he has told us both on and off the air that he has never seen insurance rates drop like he has seen at this percentage in his career. So there is a real opportunity to save significant money. If you don't call and shop around, you're just going to continue to get whatever they serve you. That's not the way to do business. I mean, you can do it that way. It's up to you. If you lose a bunch of money, it's not my problem, okay? It's not my problem. But there's a chance to save money by calling 314-961-4800 to go online at carltoninsurance.net. That's James Carlton. 33% of the way through the show, there's a good chance you'll get a lot of guys on the show. Tell him luck. That's Carlos Spicy.
Come on. Leave us alone.
We're working it.
Maybe instead of gooning overseeing Michael Jordan from 400 feet away, you should have been booking single A catchers for today's show. That's from one of the brothers' time. This time it's Steven time.
Oh, I'm just getting peppered right now. This is hurting.
TMA remotes are like a grade school recital. Sure, some kids will forget their lines and maybe one will soil his pants, but you fully expect it going in. That's from Minute Bowl eligible.
Chairman, you got time passages by you by any chance?
No, I'm multitasking. Time passages.
Oh, I like it better. I like
and that's the
impromptu
great Al
live.
Stewart.
Yeah, it is.
But it's used for. I know you guys do have it as a.
When you say you guys, you're not saying we.
Yeah,
Well,
seriously.
Notice that?
Onboarding.
Well, when I say you guys, I mean you and Kurt. Like when you're running the
Ah,
board,
fair.
you guys tend to use it at certain times. And I'm not sure I picked up on what is its.
It's supposed to be
intent.
text of the day, like the funniest text of the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is, Doug. Take a listen.
Live.
All right.
We had
I
Al
just heard it.
Stewart as a guest at one point because he was a big Rams fan. Did you remember that?
Yeah.
And he's saying "You're the cat" to
Yep.
with Jim Hayes sitting there.
Home safe, guys. How about that? There's a little bright light in this tunnel of darkness and hatred coming in.
She's always been a gem, and she continues to be a gem.
Look at that. How does that make you feel?
To my knowledge, none of us has soiled their pants yet on this trip.
No,
The guy said it was like going to a grade school recital.
you and I probably got pretty close when that flat tire happened.
Yeah.
Soiling ourselves would have been just par for the course.
If it was going to happen, that's probably when it would have happened.
Yeah, 100%.
So we're in the clear now, and that feels good.
Mm-hmm.
The TMA STL YouTube chat is active as the day is long. Who will have a worse record this year? The Doggies, the Cardinals. That's from the Forest Park Ranger Corps. Jackson?
Well, the Doggies have ties, draws, so I don't know how to work all that in. And I don't really know much about that club, so I can't give I'd say the Cardinals have a better year.
I would think they would.
Yeah. I
think expectations are that Cardinals are going to struggle, and I think City fans are hoping that there's a little bit of an uptick. They've been down for a while.
Yeah, and they had a horrible year last year.
I'm going to say City winning percentage will be a little higher.
You boys go into the SLU game tonight. That's Al and Dadeville. Doug, the audience asking questions. We call it questions from the audience on the Tim McKernan Show podcast. We didn't do one this week, Jackson.
No,
we'll have to do 12 hours next week.
6-hour pod
Yep.
when we get back.
No, well, I'm not. I don't know. You guys going to the Billikens game tonight?
I would like to, but it's kind of hard to get home and immediately head downtown.
Yeah,
to
we
the
won't get
basketball
home until
game.
like 6, so I don't
Right.
think that's even going to be possible.
Probably not.
Police escort?
Oh, you guys have police escort to Chaffetz?
Sure.
Is that part of the deal for us talking about the Billikens?
Yeah.
Part of the payment.
Yeah, part of the kickback.
That's nice. I didn't get that. Doug, you got a better agent than I do.
I know. Yeah.
Iggy just sent me Al Stewart's number if we need to call him. How about Walker, Wynn, Scott all come out at the same time and you say, sorry, the guys are talking to Al Stewart.
Yeah, we're a little busy, boys. We're a little busy. Hey, guys. I mean, these are your questions coming in, Doug, from the audience. We call it QFTA.
I know.
Hey, guys, after the week at spring training, what are your feelings about the squad and its direction? I'm optimistic. Doug, let's make out. That's from Gus Chiggin's prospecting party.
Who was Gus Chiggins?
Jackson?
I don't know if I know prospector.
Yeah. You don't see a whole lot of
I
prospectors
think
anymore.
it was Will Ferrell in SNL. Yeah.
I don't. No.
Well, okay.
Looking for
That's what I envision. Prospect.
To answer Gus's question, I'll go first. I like the direction in the sense that they have picked a lane. And so that is making me happy as a Cardinal fan. Somebody who grew up pulling for this team my whole life. So in that sense, my expectation level is not based on a playoff appearance or even 65 wins or 70 wins, which would cover the over at 69.5. It's just an understanding that, unfortunately, this is the cost of doing business in order to get back. And I'm thrilled that they're doing that. And I realize that could sound like a rights holder thing. I don't know, but that's truly how I feel. So I think that there are a group of players here who are looking at it not from the sense of going, holy crap, we could win the World Series, but holy crap, we have real opportunities to get playing time at the major league level. And so there is a different attitude in this camp than almost any other spring training that we have broadcast this show from. That's where I am.
Yeah. I think I would have preferred they go maybe halfway into that, maybe keep Donovan and Contreras. Gray and Arenado are near the end of their career, clearly making a ton of money. Just to try to be a little bit more competitive. I don't know that
but
they're
they
going to be
kind of were
competitive.
doing that patchwork thing for a while. Kind of some guy here or there. I think the biggest concern is if Gorman struggles, if Walker struggles, okay, then where do you turn? Because you're in the middle of a couple of years of rebuilding. So what are your options if those two don't pan out? And I think there's real focus on those two this season. And if you say, all right, it's not happening, third base is wide open, right field's wide open. So there's some where I think it's immediate, whereas the long term, of course, is, you're going to have young guys. It's going to take a couple of years. But if you have someone who've been here for a while that it doesn't work out, then what's the plan?
Would you be surprised if Gorman and Walker are different players this year than what they've been? I mean, Gorman's been here 4 years, Walker 3 years.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what they're going to find out, I guess, once and for all. I think the whole Heimblum experiment, I agree with Tim that it's nice to have clarity and kind of starting over, starting fresh. But if some of the pieces don't turn out, then what do you
They're
think?
in real trouble.
Right.
Real trouble.
And even for like a Weatherholt, there's a lot on his shoulders. People will just, he's a can't miss, but we've heard that before.
Yeah, if you're saying, okay, then what could disappoint you about this season? That would be it, right there.
Weatherholt, you mean, if he comes up, if he struggles, which is plausible.
Yes, that would be a real concern. We had a chance, yesterday playing with May and McGreevy, and we did talk some baseball. And one of the things that McGreevy said specifically about Weatherholt, as he's like, all right, first round pick, these guys think they're so hot, McGreevy being one himself, so kind of recognizing it. And he saw in his first at bat, and it was a bomb, 105 off the bat to dead center. And he goes, it's never stopped since. He goes, he just is incredible. And it's going to be really fun to watch this guy play. Now, as we talked a little bit about yesterday, and maybe people were not listening at that time, but unfortunately, over the last approximately 2 decades, the Cardinals have had 3 significant prospects, taking the unfortunate tragedy with Oscar Taveras out of the conversation in Rasmus, in Carlson, and in Jordan Walker. Have a lot of hype attached to them. These fucking position players here. And then not having it translate, at least to date, with Walker in the big leagues. And so I think, understandably, fans, can't speak to the organization because this is a whole new administration, have some hesitance and also perhaps thinking, okay, this one's not going to work out. I don't know why we would necessarily think it's different, because you would go, okay, well, what have we seen yet at the big league level? And the answer is nothing, of course. But I can tell you from a teammate standpoint that at least one guy who is the player rep this year says that this guy is different. So hopefully that's the case.
Yeah.
I would love for fans to be able to come out of the 2026 season feeling optimistic about the future, because I don't think that's where people are. I think a lot of people are, in my mindset, good. They have picked a lane, but there isn't necessarily reason for real optimism to think that the light is coming at the end of the tunnel.
Even if Weatherholt turns out to be the player we hope he becomes, you still need a lot of other guys to pick it up to have any kind of a competitive team at all. You're going to need, 2 or 3 pitchers to step up their game. You're going to need some offense out of the outfield. You're going to need a lot of guys to play much better than they have been.
So they need Gupishi?
I wish we had Gupishi, because they got Gupishi.
Well, and I think with the Blues model, they were pointing to, you had Snuggerud, Dvorsky, soon Carbonneau, kind of some key pieces that were kind of just waiting in the wings. Now they're starting to arrive. Other than Weatherholt, I guess Liam Doyle would fall into that category, the young pitcher. And the guys that won at Double A, I haven't heard a lot of those names thrown around. Baez is the big hitter, but we've heard for a while about Quinn Matthews and Tink Hentz. So until they don't have names even that you're kind of like in bulk that are knocking on the door.
I think they have very high hopes for Joshua Baez.
Yeah,
because he's been a big home run guy and he steals a lot of bases. He's got all the
big
tools.
Man too.
Yeah.
Baseball America has them ranked as the #2 farm system. There is more pitching talent in the system than we've had in a long time. Doug, that's Josh, Bob, Bill sharing a building in Tampa with Keisha Gray.
Yeah. Well, whatever they're ranked, they still have to come up and do it. And hopefully they will. Maybe this is the start of a whole different kind of Cardinal dynamic.
How do you guys feel about them on the winning total of 7.5 games? Also, Doug, do you think we might have the cutest team in Major League Baseball? That's from Katie Woosberger.
I haven't seen enough of the other fellas to know who's got the cutest team.
Marlins are cute.
But this club is right up there. And what was the other question? I really dismissed it because it seemed irrelevant.
69 and a half win total.
I'll go below that.
I'm gonna withhold. I need to see a little spring ball, Tim. I can't make that judgment yet.
Over. And feel good about it too. Yeah. And here's the reason: the number's super low. It's kind of like, I think my plays the last couple of years have involved the Chicago White Sox, and it was mainly just because the total was set so damn low. So do with that what they want. Did anybody talk to McGreevy out of getting married? Millionaires in their 20s should not marry, but make sure and also not to knock anybody up. Jackson, however, should marry anybody who will have sex with him. That's Chairman Steve. Jackson.
Not bad advice.
Okay.
Someone should go in the Cardinal locker room and give a speech on how millionaires in their 20s should never get married. Probably be the best advice they ever got.
Nobody wants to have sex with me now.
I think before they take the field, have a special presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, you might have seen him out there this week. His name's Jackson Burkett, and he also is a 20-something, just like all of you, except for Ryan Stanek. And he has some thoughts on social life in St. Louis. Jackson, what are your...
And I would stand up on the coffee table in there and just proclaim to all of them, me having so much experience in life, telling them these things. Yeah, I think that would go well. I think that would be received well in that clubhouse.
So what time are you doing that speech, and can we get you mic'd up for it?
It'll be at 10:05 Central.
Yeah. Did I miss something that doesn't allow them to sign free agents, Doug? That's from the 314.
Yeah. God.
Yeah, you did, because they're not. They signed May. I guess that's about it, right?
Yep. Well, Stanek, friend of the show.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Fowler's established.
Well, he wasn't that established.
Yeah, that was 2016. Was that December 2016?
I don't know the months, Tim.
I'd be a little more optimistic if I didn't think 2027 is going to be completely nuked. Glad they finally picked a lane, but that lost season is going to kill any extra interest I have. That's from Al in Dadeville.
Okay.
It is a bad time to be bad in baseball. Like if you have a really good team, they go to the lockout. You're just hungry for that team to return. You're missing out because the team is a World Series contender. You're a Dodgers fan. You're a Phillies fan, whatnot, Braves fan. You just are going to be heartbroken when the season shuts down. But the Cardinals, the timing here, they'll be in good shape financially because of the contracts that are off the books.
You think people will be happy that they shut down?
Well, I'm saying they're not going to be missing it.
Yeah.
It's a bad time to be in a bad spot in baseball. If they have a lockout, you want to be a fan of a team that's really good. You want to be disappointed. Where the Cardinal fans, well, what are we going to do? We weren't any good anyway. There's kind of a woe is me mentality going into it already.
Well, maybe having a different head of the players union will put a different light on that.
I don't know. They seem the mantra is the same. No cap.
I completely agree with Tim about the over. Of course, if he took the under, I'd also completely agree with him. That's from the unknown DJ.
Is that lemonading, Doug?
It's in the severest of forms.
Guys, imagine where the Cardinals would be if that Dodgers beat writer wasn't lying about the Arenado to L.A. trade 3 years ago. That's from Steven Time.
Yeah, hope some of those balloon party texters would ask their thoughts on that now.
That was, I have to say, that wasn't just texters. There was some St. Louis media that was kind of complicit in that. It must be a fake story thing. Like, why?
It kind of seems like the Yeah.
You caught yourself.
69 and a
I
half.
have that. I was going to say something, and then I thought that doesn't make much sense in this context, so I decided to
You press eject.
Hit eject.
Jackson really needs to start drinking. He's obviously still drunk, and he's going to be hungover within the hour. He doesn't. That's from Chairman Steve.
I'm not drunk. I wasn't even drunk last night. I had a couple beers.
It seems like you're
I
plastered.
had a couple beers, but nothing crazy.
I'd say you arrived home, and Mom and Dad were waiting up. But I'd say you arrived home a little, just a hint of tipsy, and then I said, "Keep going." And
I was loose.
loose.
I would say I
It
was
was
loose.
You were on a high.
I was I was on a high. I was looking for my wallet, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start having a couple pops because I gotta get. It's no good to throw them away.
Right.
They're better to go down my person.
Doug, you have
I
a
mean,
problem with
it's quite obvious at this point. Someone is being lied
Sure
to.
feels that way to me.
Colonel thinks you're BSing us.
I'm thinking about that 69 and a half total for wins. And last year, as bad as they were, they finished 19 games out. They still won 78 games. Only 3 teams won less than 69. Colorado, Washington, the White Sox. So you got to really be bad.
Are you going to move to the over?
The more I think about it, I just hate to be pessimistic because this is I don't want them to lose just to say, oh, I predicted this. I don't want
Gives a
that.
damn, we're wrong about everything.
I know, but I still, it gives
like
me
the
bad
Friday
vibes.
flourish.
so
far.
Did you just middle finger him right there?
No, I had to scratch my nose. I used my index. I used my index finger. I didn't use my middle finger. I didn't do that. Didn't Barack Obama do that
I'm
once?
with you. I'm like,
Tony, send me that. I want to go over it like the Zapruder film.
That would be good.
And
if
I
did.
wasn't taking a shot at you. I wasn't.
No, I know you're not.
I named it the Friday, and I'm with you.
Yes.
And I've had full confidence.
Martin, you and I are a team, and
I
trying
know.
to get players on.
And I'm just saying we're off to a slow start. That's all.
No doubt, and I'm well aware of it. I'm trying to rectify.
And this is the hour where the locker room is open.
The locker
No,
room is
it's
closed.
closed now.
Oh, is it
It's
really?
closed.
Yeah,
I will say when we had our Gorman discussion, he was about 20 feet
he was
behind us.
very close.
It was getting
And
a
Doug
little.
was about to.
It was getting. He was about to get the big shush moment where he almost could hear everything. I'm sorry, you guys talking about me?
We're going to sit down at the dais.
It was getting a little. He was lingering about 20 feet behind us. Doug and I are both saying, I don't know if this Gorman's ever going to hit, and he's right there at that moment. Stopped right behind.
We welcome you to get involved at 314-399-96. That's the Air Comfort Service text inbox. You can also watch the program on the TMASTL YouTube channel. It's being called by Friends of the Feather the Friday Flourish.
Friday Flourish, yeah.
And then the program will be coming to a conclusion at 10 o'clock today instead of 11 o'clock as we're scattering back to St. Louis. And it would be wonderful if we could go to the Billikens game, but I guess, Martin, you and I can't. But Doug and Jackson have a police escort to Chaffetz because they have better representation in their negotiations with
Chris May will be outside with an envelope to hand you on the way into the game.
I would think
So
so.
what do you get? 15,000 cash for talking about? the
I don't
Billikens?
want to brag, Tim. It's a little more than that.
Yeah,
I don't want to say anything.
VCU.
I like the ESPN2 thing.
And the timing of it is just, I mean, VCU's on a heater. SLU needs to get back in the win column. What a great time for a somewhat of a rival. I know we always pick apart the A10, but I would say in their heyday when SLU was really good, 10, 11, 12 years ago, it was those VCU games that were incredible. So really looking forward to this. It's a big one for SLU.
This is huge.
And it's on ESPN2?
ESPN2.
I don't know. Oh, I can get that. It's
Okay.
ESPN
You
Plus.
can't get ESPN2?
I can't. It's ESPN Plus.
Because the national pundits that want to say, see, we told you, SLU, this would just feed into that on if you lose another game, even though it's a quality opponent.
This is a big night, and I love the bad man. I need to see the bad man have a bounce back tonight. I need to see the bad man.
And by all accounts, Kellen Thames is not injured. So only played 8 minutes in that loss the other night at Rhode Island. Early foul trouble, but yeah, you need to get him back in the mix.
I can't wait to watch it. Looking forward to it. Friday night's pizza night, Doug, as you know. Got to figure out where I'm going to get pizza. Where are you thinking?
Doug, you're gonna get pizza after this.
We had it last night.
This
Yeah,
week,
we had
week of
pizza.
eating.
Oh, where'd
we've
you get
had.
pizza?
I picked it up. It's over by that Publix. Is that
Now, the
Military
cat loved
Trail.
Lutina's, and he
It's
turned me
gone.
onto it, but it's gone.
Yeah,
I'm
this
going to
was
text
called
the cat
like,
to let him know it's done.
something with an A. I don't know. It's right next to the Publix. Little Italian place. It was kind of New York style pizza, which is popular down here.
Doug, did you like it?
Not
Yeah, it was
bad.
pretty good. It's pretty good.
Doug took all the pepperoni off because that's too unhealthy for him. He literally went through and picked
I
all
I
the
think you're
pepperoni.
being serious. I'm
I
gonna fold.
took it off. It's
No, you
just
did.
processed meat. It's like greasy. I can't stand pepperoni. But it's fine. I took it off and I
We
had
had
a
some
cheese
wingy
pizza.
that came with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doug, you work in sports. You get paid by St. Louis University to talk about them. Pay for ESPN Plus. I think you can afford it. That's from the convex piece of Tim's skull.
I had it for a long time, and then a week ago, suddenly I didn't have it. So I don't know what I did.
Doug, ESPN Plus comes with most Spectrum subscriptions.
I
Then
have
it gets
that.
vivid.
I have that, but somehow I can't get it to come up.
Tim, you have to eat fish as it's Lent season. It's from the 314.
Get cheese pizza if you're, or just get meat and have Doug take it off.
What about a fish pizza?
Oof.
Well,
I've read
shrimp pizza.
Sounds awful. Yeah, the Lenten season, fish fry Friday, little cheese pizza.
So what's the fish fry? You just go get a take.
Well, a lot of Catholic churches will have a fish fry
Yeah.
in the old gymnasium, a little fundraiser.
Yeah. Is there often spaghetti? I've heard that there's often spaghetti that
I
goes
think
with it.
historically, maybe a cheese pizza mixed in.
Mostly fried fish and salad,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
We'll take your fish fry recommendation.
Oh,
as well.
people love recommending
That's a big
fish
thing,
fries.
actually.
You have to hammer the over of 69.5 wins for this ball team. In the last 100 years of full seasons of baseball, the Cardinals have only won less than 70 games 4 times.
Yeah.
That's from the Heiser House Hooligan. How about that?
Well, when was the last time they had a rebuild?
When would you say that was the case?
Because when Ozzy was here on Monday, we talked about those early 90 teams.
Yeah.
They weren't very good, but I think they were planning on being good. They thought they were going to contend.
And they were kind of in the mix a couple of those years. Pirates were really good at that time, and the Phillies had the 93 team, Mitch Wild Thing Williams, Joe Carter. But that's when they were starting to get Langford, Gilkey, Jordan, Todd Zeal. That's what was going to be moved toward the next generation. But they were also out there at that time with Ozzie Smith. Doug, and of course, hard-hitting Mark Whitten, who hit 4 home runs on September 7th, 1993.
One of the best throwing arms in Cardinal history.
I'm telling you.
And yet he short-armed the ball. He didn't really pull the arm way back and throw. He kind of short-armed it like a catcher and still just threw bullets from right field.
Think he's in the clubhouse?
I doubt it. Even if he was.
But I think if you look at the numbers historically, it's true. The Cardinals are never awful. But this
So we need to hammer the over now.
Well, but I think that's a little dangerous to look at the long history because this is sort of uncharted.
Maybe I need to throw a big number at the over just to get myself a sweat all season long, and I would be holding rights on this program. I mean, you think the payment from St. Louis University to talk about them is big?
Yeah, this would be a new level.
Doug smells like sunscreen, but he tastes like sadness. Think about that. Hey, Mr. Martin, how's you? How's Mr. Tim? Thanks. Hashtag free perk.
From Brian
That's from
Henshin.
Brian Henshin. And look who is sitting down
The audience
at the
demanded it.
Guanabana's picnic table. Unbelievable. Jackson was starting to catch hell, being all kinds of accusations coming in, but sitting down with us right now here for his second appearance, J.J. Weatherholt. here on the
Wow, there he
program.
is, right there,
Sevens.
folks.
Sevens.
Wow.
Live in St. Louis.
What's going on? How you doing?
Doing great. How are you guys?
We're great as well. How are things going so far in camp?
It's been a blast. Enjoying the new facilities, the sunshine, and just continuing to build on some relationships I was able to make last year.
And this camp it's different, right? When they trade Arenado and they trade Donovan, how are you looking at the opportunity here?
Just excited to work. I mean, like you said, those are 2 big trades, and it gives me kind of a unique opportunity to just go out there and try to compete and see what happens.
I feel like we've gone through your resume and said, okay, he played a bunch of second, then he played some short, he played some third. Where are you most comfortable? Do you have a preference?
I've been playing second my whole life. So I probably played most career innings in my life just at second from youth ball on. But I've been doing a lot of work lately to get more comfortable at shortstop and then, of course, third towards the end of the year. But I would just say up the middle is always going to be good for me.
So what do you work on specifically now at this point of the spring?
I mean, you're just trying to really the biggest thing is getting on time with live at bats, like just trying to make sure that you can handle the pitches and that your swing feels good. But of course, continuing to get the body back into shape, working on defensive things. And I mean, it's always everything. Like it's hard to hone in on just one area. You're always trying to improve all your skills.
J.J. Weatherholt sitting down with us live on Cardinal Spring Training coverage on 101 ESPN. Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Martin Kilcoyne. You here on the program is Healthcare Evolution sponsors the show live from Cardinal Spring Training this week on 101 ESPN. I understand you've had a chance to talk it over with the great Ozzie Smith and work with him as well. What has those experiences been like for you with Ozzie? What has he told you? What has he taught you? Well, tell me about J.J. Weatherholt and Ozzie Smith working together. That has to be something else, man.
Yeah, it's been cool. I mean, what a guy to kind of have here just around us and, being able to talk to us and share anything he has. Hasn't been a ton of extensive things, but, just trying to get a feel for me and where I feel comfortable and, how my off season was and things like that. But definitely excited to continue to work with him in the future.
You came down early, right? You've been in the area for a while, right?
You spend most of my off season down here. So I was back home in Pittsburgh for about a month or so around the holidays to see family, but the rest of that I've been down here.
And what have they articulate? Do they say anything to you going in, whether it's Heim or Ollie, in terms of the opportunity? What do they articulate?
No, I mean, you kind of have an idea in your head, but nobody's going to make it, that black and white. They've told me things at the end of the year, what they wanted me to work on and, some outlook they had for me. And it's just my job to use that to my advantage and go about my business and just see what happens.
Are you aware of the excitement fans have about you and the potential there? And how do you handle that? Is there any added pressure when people are expecting a lot?
No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, it's great. Like, it's an encouragement to see how, great our fan base can be and how much they can get behind players and just the excitement they have for the team. And, any new guys I think could contribute. Just a great opportunity and just excited to be a part of this organization and just have guys excited.
I like to ask really probing questions, and here's one. It looks like you're number 77. Is there significance to that? You can't get a lower number than that? What's going on with that?
It was in my locker, so that's the significance.
Wow. Really? You don't get to ask or
I mean, a little bit, but no, until you're on like the roster, you don't get to really pick your number.
Huh.
So what's the thought process? Because opening day would be exciting. Probably be wearing a different number, Doug, I would say, if he's there at Busch Stadium.
Probably
late
lower.
March.
Yeah.
Do you allow yourself to think about that? Hey, I'm guessing that's obviously your goal, right? To be there day one.
For sure. I mean, yeah, I want to get to the big leagues and help this team win games. So that's always my goal. You think about it a little bit in the back of your head, but you definitely don't spend too much time dawning on it. You got too much work to do, and especially with how busy the days are here. I mean, you almost don't even have time to think. It's just go to the next spot and continue to get ready for the season.
Be honest with me on this. Would you be disappointed if you're not in the big league club?
I mean, if that's a decision that they see that they don't think I would, contribute enough to help win games, you can't really be disappointed with that. I mean, of course you want to be, but I definitely see things from a whole and a different standpoint of these guys are trying to build a team that wins games for St. Louis. So, if they see me as being able to help them, then great. And that's a dream come true. But if not, we'll just continue to work and hopefully make it a reality.
J.J. Weatherholt sitting down with us live on TMA 101 ESPN. Being as talented as you've been throughout your lifetime, still a super young guy. Were you a leader on the teams growing up? I'm talking about from way back when all the way through West Virginia. Now as you come up through the Cardinal system?
I mean, like playing travel ball or, just local ball and, being kind of a better player, like guys are going to naturally kind of just see what you're doing. And vocally, you don't really get those roles until you've been in the position that you are for a little bit. So like a senior in high school, junior in high school, same thing in college. But just have always tried to just be the guy who leads by example and, just being respectful to everybody, doing my work, showing up on time, things like that. And then, of course, the older years that I was sophomore, junior in college and then junior, senior in high school were kind of those roles where you get to really have a say in the leadership part.
I was looking at your minor league numbers, and it looks like you've hit a little bit better the higher up you go. What would you attribute that to?
Yeah, I mean, it's sometimes you just get in grooves, and things like that. You can get hot. I think last year, AAA is a little unique with the caliber of pitching that you get. You get guys that are really, really aggressive early in the zone. And so for me, I mean, I want guys that are in the zone and attacking me and trust my barrel. And I think some of the lower levels, you get a little bit of inconsistencies and not as much command. So sometimes it can be a little bit harder. And of course, like AAA is obviously still harder than the other levels. But sometimes you just get in grooves and then your swing starts to feel good.
I realize, JJ, that you're not on the club yet. There is a sense of inevitability about that. You know these guys, though. This is a unique spot for the organization and for fans of this team for the Cardinals to be in what they're calling the build. But you have played with these guys, and you obviously have incredible talent. What would you tell Cardinal fans about what is coming up this organization's pipeline if they're not familiar with some of the guys that you've had a chance to play with?
Yeah, I mean, it's just exciting. Like you said, the prospects that I've been able to play with. I mean, it's special talent that we have, and especially a core of some of our Latin players are just not only really good ball players, but they're just great people. And so we've had a super special team in Springfield. I think Memphis won the most games it has in a while last year. So it's really good to just see affiliates winning. Of course, it's not, everything, but to see those guys winning and them in the system is super encouraging. And so for Cardinal fans, I'd just be excited. I mean, especially with the young talent, but then also all the resources we're getting from a staff standpoint and the new hires and things like that. I mean, it's a really good opportunity for us players to have all these resources around us, and just excited to see how it turns out.
Anybody in particular that's impressed you?
I mean, yeah, like a bunch of people. I love playing with Bernal. Obviously him behind the plate, but switch hitting catcher with Pop is super cool. And I mean, every time he tells me he's 21, I'm like, wow, like this dude is an animal. So he's a ton of fun. And the same with Baez, like just a complete freak of nature. And that guy has so much pop, but there's too many to talk about, really. So it's a blessing to be able to play with those guys.
How about the off season in Pittsburgh? Anything fun? Steeler games? What do we do? Anything away from baseball?
Well, I did go to a Steelers game, but I'm a Ravens fan.
Yeah,
so
I
remember that.
Ravens.
AFC North tensions.
Unfortunately, it was
that was a tough last game.
The last week of the
Ravens.
season, Ravens Steelers. So it was a crazy game. Really cool to be there.
Did you go to that one?
Yeah,
that Sunday nighter. Okay.
Yep.
So what do you do? Are you wearing Raven stuff?
Oh yeah.
You're ready to scrap.
Nah, I mean, he does something crazy because I'm wearing a Ravens jersey. I mean, I don't even know what to say at that point. So I'm just out there supporting the boys. But, it was cool. Did some fishing back home, and then really just spending a bunch of time with family, which is always just a refreshment.
Did you play football growing up, or when you got baseball talent, do you say, I better not, gonna get hurt?
No, I played about everything until like high school is kind of when I just quit and focused on baseball. And then I played some golf in high school. So that was about it.
Oh, is that right? Really?
Yeah.
Carrying index?
I was 42 and a half. We only played 9 in high school. So my average score is a 42 and a half. Just decent.
It's the pitchers, Tim, that are always.
It is the pitchers.
I said that to Gorman the other day. He goes, well, they can. We can.
Yeah.
We're in here every day grinding.
It's always the pitchers, man. JJ, we really appreciate the time. Fans are super excited about the 2026 season for JJ Weatherholt. So thank you so much for sitting down with us and giving us your perspective on things, man. Thank you so much, and best of luck this year.
Thank you, guys.
That's JJ Weatherholt with us here on TMA as we broadcast live from Cardinal Spring Training. Appreciate JJ sitting down with us here on the program. If you miss anything, you can always go back and podcast it via the Schaefer Door Company podcast. I saw it earlier in the text inbox, Doug. Somebody was raving about an experience that they had with Schaefer Door. They were out at their house today at 7 a.m.
Really?
You're a Schaefer Door guy. They're the sponsor of the podcast here on 101 ESPN. Tell me about that, Jason Goss.
They'll be there if you do need them. They have that special Monday morning standby service for doors that break over the weekend. So they're ready to work early and work often if they have to. And one of the best things about Schaefer Door is that their service techs aren't commission-based. So they're not going to come out and try to sell you a whole new door if you don't need it. And usually you don't need it. In my case, it was just a strut. It wasn't an old, I have an old door. It's like 30 years. I get a new strut, and now it just works perfectly. That's what Schaefer Door has been doing for a long time. They service all kinds of garage doors, and they do new installs with LiftMaster. LiftMaster garage doors are strong, quiet, and they are versatile. Also, if you run a business or warehouse, have those big, tall doors, Schaefer is experienced in those types of jobs as well. The website is schaeferdoor.com. That's Schaefer with one F, schaeferdoor.com, or 636-782-3608. Schaefer Door is a LiftMaster partner.
There it is. Can podcast anything from TMA. Some incredible interviews this week throughout the course of the presentation, and Healthcare Evolution sponsorship of the Morning After live from Cardinal Spring Training. Injury happens, regeneration works, same-day pain relief at healthcare-evolution.com. We'll take a break, come back with more TMA on 101. Welcome back. It is the morning after 101 ESPN shows, broadcasting live from Cardinal Spring Training in Jupiter, Florida. It's all brought to you by Healthcare Evolution, Guanabana's picnic table. Wow, we just called an audible. I don't know if you could see it on YouTube. Benji Molina was sitting in the chair.
What a teammate this guy is.
And he just says, oh, I see Victor Scott wants to sit down, and he walks all the way. And look who's sitting right here.
Friend of the show, Victor Scott.
All right. Great to have you.
This poor guy. I think I blocked him on his way to the field. He's like, I got work to do. He said, just a few minutes. That's right.
This is more important than any of that stuff.
I kind of
blow that up. You got all year to play baseball.
That's the proper reaction to that, Victor. This is the program where you coined the phrase "Youngry" last year. Let's revisit that. Are you pleased that became a thing here?
Yeah. I mean, that was just something I just came up with, and then we all kind of was like, oh, that could be something. So, I mean, yeah, that was kind of ran with it throughout the year. Got some clothing out there with Arch Apparel. So, I mean, yeah, Youngry's a thing now.
Youngry's a thing now.
Huh.
Well, the team's even youngrier this year.
Yeah.
If you were youngry last year, what are we this year? Youngriest in the league?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. I mean, I think I'm gonna have to stick with the term "youngry" on that one because I mean that's literally it got youngrier. So
we got young. I told Victor the other day that Michael McGreevy called it, instead of the rebuild, he called it the build.
Yeah.
And Vic's like, no, youngry. That's not the build is not going to catch on. It doesn't have the same potential.
At 25, you probably feel like one of the veterans.
I mean, I couldn't even say that, man. I still feel like a young guy, but definitely have a different role of taking some guys on to be able to express my experience and what I've learned. So
you feel a lot more comfortable now, though, having a full year in your hip pocket in the major leagues.
Yeah.
Know your way around.
Yeah, no doubt. Definitely know my way around. Have a very solid routine and process about kind of how I go about my business. So that sorry if it took me a long time to get here, but I'm definitely moving around and doing the things I got to do. So
you owe us no apologies, but that's incredibly kind of you. The program's been broadcasting here for a couple of decades. Nobody's ever apologized to us. We've been apologizing to you guys just for our mere existence,
for even being here. What is your goal this year? What are your hopes?
I mean, first off, to win ball games. Secondly, just to have the full year, be healthy, and be at the top of my game in each game. I know that's the very, very hard part about it, but that's what kind of my process and my routine has led me to believe that I can finish out this full year healthy and at the top of my game each game.
And you guys look at it around the room. It's a young group, and it's like this is an opportunity to kind of be the core group moving forward, to kind of take ownership of this whole franchise.
Yeah, no doubt. It's an opportunity for a lot of guys to be able to go out there and compete every day at the highest level. So we kind of know what's at the forefront of our minds to be able to win ball games and to look towards this season and look towards the few on after that.
We've also played your music on this show, by the way.
Yeah, we have.
Very nice.
We have quite often, and with rave reviews.
Very nice,
Victor. For real,
2-seater's a good one.
Yeah,
you get some royalties out of us.
I don't
Doug,
know.
way to open that door.
There we go.
Probably,
Sounds like litigation season.
Okay.
I mean, depending on how much you listen to it, I definitely get a couple of coins, man.
I think you told us last year you thought you were probably the fastest guy in baseball.
Yeah.
Now that you've seen everybody, you still feel that way?
Yeah, I gotta believe that. Just in the of my game. My best friend Chandler, he's gonna say something different though. He's a center fielder with the Rays, man. So he's got some wheels, but we train together in the off season, and that's somebody who pretty quick.
Now Pozo's lost some weight. He hasn't caught you yet.
Yeah, Pozo could probably beat me running backwards, man. With the amount of weight he's lost, he looks really good, and he's having a great spring so far.
Well, I know you got to run. How about a final thought? All the folks back in St. Louis driving around listening. What's the message for this year? What's your hope for them? What they should know?
Definitely be excited for this young group. We all come here every day, and we work super hard on our crafts to be playing as one, playing together. So that's kind of the identity that we're building and continue to build upon throughout the rest of spring.
Victor Scott with us here on TMA. Thank you for dropping by on your way to your workout, man. Appreciate it.
You got
Doug,
it.
they're still younger. Victor Scott with us
Still
here.
younger. The youngest.
On the morning after. We appreciate it. Victor Scott sitting down with us here from the Guanabanas picnic table. Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, and Martin Kilcoyne with you on the presentation. We'll take a quick commercial break, come back with more. Benji Molina is going to sit down with us. This is TMA live from Cardinal Spring Training in Jupiter, Florida, brought to you this week by Healthcare Evolution.
Is broadcasting from Cardinal Spring Training on 101 ESPN.
Presented by Healthcare Evolution.
Welcome back. It is the morning after live from Cardinal Spring Training in Jupiter, Florida. Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Martin Kilcoyne with you on the program. And if you're watching on YouTube, you see Benji Molina sitting at the Guanabanas picnic table. Benji Molina's here.
Right.
Doug, he's right there on your right.
What a team guy. He sees Victor Scott, and I was going to give my headset to Victor, and Benji's like, no, let him have the seat at the dais here. What a pro.
I mean,
One of
you've been a
only-
player, you've been a broadcaster, and you chose broadcaster in that moment.
Yes.
A lot of players would have been like, oh, you're going to take Vic Scott over me? What do you
No.
think this is? I'm leaving. Not you, sir. Not
No,
you.
it's been a long time since I was a player. So, no. Victor Scott takes my spot anytime. I think that would have been a great opportunity for you guys to have a guy like him here. I have all the time in the world. I don't have to be on a field at any time. So
Well,
I'm
Tim,
good.
I promised a Molina on the show, I believe. If
Yes,
if
you
you
did.
rewind the tape, I did talk to Yachty. He was heading out to the field, much like when he was a player. Yachty's out. He's out there forever, grinding and like, dude, you made all this money. Just kick back, have a little my time. But he is out there coaching, grinding again.
I heard a lot of stuff from his coaches, wherever he's been coaching, and he's intense, man. He wasn't an intense player, and probably the same thing when he's coaching. So he's always helping out the kids, and you saw him. He said, "I got to go out there helping the minor league kids, not only the major league kids, but he's always out there putting the input into the minor league system too."
Which means you're like the last guy off the field. We were here really late one day, and he's like one of the last guys coming in because the minor leaguers go out later, which means you stay out there. But he's serious. He wants to do the managing thing. I think you started talking about it before anybody else.
Yeah,
he
in
was
studio with us.
That he was serious about it.
I got in trouble for saying that.
That's what this show does.
I remember.
But he's pretty open about it now. He wants to manage at some point, right?
Yes.
I'm going to try and get him in trouble again.
He's always been interested, obviously, but he wanted to take a couple years off, and for late September, that's it. You might take a month off, maybe, but then you go back at it again, and you try to get your body in shape for the season next season. So, oh man, how do I say this? I think he's proven he's ready, man. He's always been ready. Don't get me wrong, ever since he retired. But man, everywhere he goes, he just open doors and wins, and that's all he does, man. Past year in the winter in Venezuela, he took the team in last place, over 15 games in last place, and he took them all the way to the championship. It's just an amazing thing that he does, and it'll be very interesting, and I'm excited for that time to come too.
As the older brother, were you the one who taught Yachty to play, or was that your dad that did all that?
Oh, I think my dad was a big part on him. Me and Hosey I am like 10 years over Yachty. So whenever we went to the minor league systems, Hosey and Yachty spent like 8 years or 6 years to 8 years with my dad by himself, because we were in minor leagues. So I think my dad was a big part. He saw us too, going out there playing winter ball. I took him in my car as a bat boy a lot of times for my team in winter, and he saw all the veteran players. He stuck to it, man. He stuck to it. Let me tell you a little funny story about Yachty. When I thought he became mature, when he was 14, 15, he was playing in the league. He was in the on-deck circle. The guy hitting his friend got thrown at his head. So he hits the ground. When you look up, Yachty's fighting the pitcher from the on-deck circle. So he didn't wait. He just ran to him and started fighting, right? So he got suspended for the next 4 games at the end of their season. So my dad said, "Oh, you like fighting, huh? You like fighting? All right, come on." So he took him to the amateur baseball league, which averaged 30 to 32-year-old players, and he put him in. Actually, on my team that I won the championship when I was back in the day, and he put him in that team. And I had a couple guys telling me the story when he got in with the Angels bag, because I was already in the minor leagues. With the Angels bag, everybody's like, "What the hell is this guy doing here?" And you're oh man, grown up. And he took over the catching spot.
Oh,
yes, at 15 on a grown-up league. He had to grow up fast. And at the time, it was a mean league. Like, I mean, you got 2 hits, the third time you get hit kind of thing. And he took it. He took it, and he took him to the last game of the championship game. In the 8th inning, second and first, the guy hit a fly ball to right field, and the right fielder caught the ball, thought he was the third out, and threw the ball to the stands. So the guy from second scored, and they lost the game in the night. So that's how he lost that championship. So at 15, like what the
Now
hell?
I'm worried about the right fielder. What they do to him?
He went to jail 3 years later. No, but you know what I'm saying.
But your dad
That's when
was
he grew up.
But your dad was saying, if you think you're a tough guy, okay, here we go. You think you're a tough guy, go play with all these old guys and see how it goes.
Let me tell you this: if I was at his time, 15, and I do that, and he puts me into with those men, I think I'd do it. Looking back at where I was at 15, Yadi took it and he goes, "Hell with this! All right, I'm here. Let's go." And I think that's the turning point for him, becoming where he is today, like maturing at that time and going up. And then he signed early with the Cardinals and go to minor leagues. So I think that was a turning point on his career. I think Yadi is an amazing player, but he's also, think, way ahead of us. But remember, he grew up in the major leagues with Oquendo, Tony La Russa, with Albert Pujols, Rolling, all these Edman, all these guys that are veteran players. Now it's the opposite. Now you have a bunch of young guys and maybe one veteran. Back then it was the opposite. So it's just amazing to see the progress on him. And he doesn't surprise me as much as he wants to help the kids.
Benji Molina, part of the famous Molina brothers. There was a book. There's going to be a movie. Lin-Manuel, the famous Broadway playwright, whatever the right term is, a superstar, took hold of this project. What's the latest? Let's get in trouble again. What's the latest on the what's the latest?
No,
on the...
I'm able to talk about it now.
All right, what do we got?
I think we have the script. We read it. It's kind of funny. It has sad parts too, because obviously my dad dying. It's not fun, but the movie's gonna be very inspirational. It's gonna be very cool. It's gonna be it's not a biography on what we did on the big leagues or none of that. It's more of a inspirational and inspiring parents to do what my dad and my mom did, sacrifice their life for their kiddos, practice and take them to games or whatever it is, a sport it is. Just, it's like a tribute to my mom and dad. It's more like it because, people know who we are through the game, but they don't know the real heroes behind us that made it happen. So I want people to know and take it serious when it's about your kiddos. Go out there. I don't remember my dad saying no one time to us when we said, "Hey, Dad, let's go." We live across the street from a stadium. But I don't remember him saying no to us. It was work, eat, rest a little, and let's go to the field. So that's the message, I think, trying to get the parents inspired to take care of their kiddos.
I'm reading here that you're one of only 14 catchers in the major leagues to hit for this cycle. You have a lot of triples, did you?
If I remember right, I think I have 6.
You saved one for the
and
right
I'm
time.
being kind with myself. So 6. I think I had one in the playoff. No.
Do you remember the cycle? What was the order? Do you remember the game?
Yeah. It sticks with you, and the reason that sticks with you is because I'm a 1-2 player, and it's usually my mind. It's not anything had to do with running or power or nothing. So for you to do the cycle, it just sticks with you. I got the base hit first. I had the double on JD Drew. Misplayed that ball, and they gave it a double. And then the third one was my favorite out of all because we were losing by 2, I think, or 1.
Doug, was it 2 or 1?
I think it was 2.
Okay.
2, right? And then the grand slam came in,
Nice.
and we went ahead. So I'm in the on-deck circle for my 4th at bat, and I said, man, if I hit a double, like for me, doubles are hard. So I'll keep going.
Right.
Even if I get thrown out by 100 feet, I'm going to keep going. So it happens to be that the guy hits a glove, and he got to the corner in Boston. And me with my only 1 speed, that's it. There's no 2, there's no 3rd, there's no 4th. So I have my 1 on, and let's go. Let's go.
It says here the announcer said pigs have flown in Boston, Massachusetts.
Hey, can
hurtful.
somebody?
That's
Yes. Can somebody explain to me what that means? Is he calling me pig?
No, the phrase is that it's unlikely. Like Pig's very unlikely. You getting now he's mad at me.
I
I
can sleep now.
You never knew what that meant.
No, I thought you
They're
were
just
making
saying
fun.
no.
It's like saying something will never happen. Pigs will fly before this will happen.
Okay,
That's
I
what
got
he's
you.
saying.
I want to know if you'd gotten a third and they're waving you home for like an inside the park. You're like, no, I'm
Nope.
good.
I'm stopping here.
Stopping here.
I'm gassed.
The ball could be in the outfield at that time. When I step on the third, I was out of gas, and out of air. I was like, nah, I'll stay here. No, the biggest joy on that was when I step in the third and I look at our dugout, and all of them were having fun. All of them were just laughing. I don't know if they were laughing at me or they were laughing with the situation. But I thought it was so cool because all smiles.
Yeah.
And it was a great group of guys. I mean, it was Blatty, it was Nelson Cruz, Andrews, it was Odor, it was all these guys, Hamilton.
Yeah.
It was all so many good people. And to see them smile, I just got there too, not too long ago, and they treated me good. So
it was with Texas?
Yeah.
Okay, you did
watching them, enjoy it with me was amazing. Then when the game was over, we went to the clubhouse and everybody was just greeting me and jumping around. I mean, it was really special. And Willie Mays never hit for a cycle in his life.
I didn't know that.
Hey, see?
Wow.
he didn't know.
Yeah.
That's a
why
trivia.
And that's why you say when pigs fly. This guy got a cycle. Willie Mays never got a cycle.
Every time everybody see the cycle, they'll look at me. You did? It's not like, oh, we know. You did it? Really?
And you and Polo are back doing the Spanish broadcast. This has got to be about 14, 15. What year are we on?
11.
11.
Yeah.
Like I said, Tim, I'll edit that out.
You said 14 or 15, give or take.
This is the 11th year, and you got games this weekend.
We have Saturday, tomorrow. We have the first and the second game. It's been probably 5 years that we've done that. The first and second game was spring in Spanish. So it's a cool feat, man. It's a cool thing that we had to do this 11 seasons. I mean, we never even thought. We started with 2 games at the end of the 16, I think. And wow, no, we never thought of these. I never thought I was going to be a broadcaster at all. I mean, I know my thing. I know what's talking about baseball. It is, and the game inside the stadium. But man, it is such a cool deal, and I'm glad the Cardinals just embrace on it.
Wait, how many games do you guys do this year?
We're still doing the
Every
81
home
home games for now. Everybody knows the situation that the Cardinals are going through, and same as they're being patient with us, we're being patient with them on the road games. Whenever they're ready to do it, we'll be ready for that. And if not, at least we have those 81 home games.
Where's your biggest audience? Is it parts of the U.S. or Mexico or Puerto Rico or where?
I think there's a big audience in St. Louis, a big Latino community, but also the MLB package help us a lot because it reaches
in the Dominican, they're listening all over.
All over, and we have text and we have it used to be Twitter, but we have X's at us and Instagram saying, hey, we're listening. Can you say hi to us? In Germany one time, in Alaska, in Argentina, places that you're like, okay, but they're going through the MLB app and at bat, and they're doing that for us. This is awesome. Remember, the guys in the stadium, the Latino players, they know English. They're okay. Their family, they don't know English, including my mom. You know what I'm saying? Our families, our cousins, our aunts and uncles, and they don't know the language. So to have a voice talking about their family member as a player, it's a cool thing for them.
Huge.
Every time they come visit the player, they come to us. Say, hey, Polo, Benji, I heard you guys talking about my kid like this. So it is a cool thing, not only for the fans, but also for the family of the players here.
One final thought. I'm curious, you made reference to the Cardinals in this year in a different spot when Benji Yachty was a part of it. Even when he was a young guy, man, there were Hall of Famers or guys that are close to the Hall of Fame all up and down that clubhouse. This, of course, a different state for the Cardinals. How do you see this?
It is. It's really tough because obviously I grew up with veterans in baseball, and now I seen that transition on young guys as fans, truly fans of the city, truly fans of the Cardinals. I think we have to embrace it. There's no other way around it. It's not like tomorrow there's gonna be here somebody a veteran player. This is the team we have, very talented. It's up to them, and they understand the pressure they have. But we as fans, we have to embrace that team. However it goes bad, it goes middle, it goes high. But we have to embrace it. We have to enjoy what we have, and what we have are really talented players out there that could turn into stars. Who knows? So that's the way I see it. The way I see it, I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to be cool. I'm going to be good with it. I'm going to see the games. I'm going to see them grow up and see what they have to do. The pressure is not on us. The pressure is on them, because if they don't do the job, they might bring somebody, and then they lose their job. You know what I'm saying? So embracing that is very important for us as a fan.
Because this show, we had a lot of potential, but we never realized our potential. No. We fell flat.
But we're not young anymore.
I know.
It's over for us, Benji.
TMA
is over.
Benji driving around St. Louis says he tuned into the program.
Yes. Yeah. So
is Harrison's brother Master by chance?
What's your text?
Hey, putting a face on you guys is crazy to me.
We're better looking than what you thought.
Yes. I was like, man, that guy sounds old, but you're not old. Hey, that guy sounds very young, but you're not young.
No, man.
So it's kind of funny.
We're all falling apart here at this table.
Hey, but let me finish about the movie. It's really quick. It's the script is out. We read it. The Disney and right back are reading it, and once that's done and approved, then we move on with the casting or people that we talk to. So it's happening. So that's what I want to
so
finish.
Cool, man.
It's happening. It's happening.
That's incredible.
Maybe a big old, probably a premiere in San Juan, but maybe another one in St. Louis. Maybe.
It's we're thinking, obviously Puerto Rico, St. Louis, New York, because Lin-Manuel's that area. We're thinking about the California area, obviously, the Hollywood. And I think those are the ones that we're thinking so far.
Okay.
Well, if you want to appeal to the ladies, we are available to do.
We need models.
I knew it, Martin. I knew it was going to happen.
When pigs fly, they'll call us.
Exactly right.
Hey, thank you for making it clear.
You've been hurt all these years thinking they called you a pig.
Yeah, the pig is around second base.
Oh,
here he goes.
Sounds like a text
He
coming
made
about
it.
me.
And at 30, call me bacon. No, that's not right. It was not right.
Benji, we appreciate it, man. Love when we have you on the show. Thanks so much for the time.
Thank you.
That's Benji Molina with us. We'll take a break live from Cardinal Spring Training. This is the Morning After on 101 ESPN and the TMA STL.
Broadcasting live from Cardinal Spring Training, this is TMA on 101 ESPN.
Presented by Healthcare Evolution.
Well, Doug, you're right. We have reached the final hour. And we celebrate with a song that was just recorded. Is this Stapleton?
I don't know who it is.
23's course, says Michael McGreevy. But son, you signed a 2 every $75 million signing bonus in just 4 years ago. And regardless, you're playing ball in the show. So pay the damn fee, as a memory will last longer than your marriage.
Oh, wow, that was uncalled. I was just thinking we need to get him a copy of this now. I'm like, okay.
That guy's an S talker.
Yeah.
He's an S talker.
Yeah, with a big smile on his face while he does it.
That's right. That's right. Doug, he ran his mouth at papers and he learned.
Did he really?
In fairness, well, I made that birdie on the hole where he said certainly not papers, but he gave me the biggest dap of anybody after I nailed the putt. So
You didn't outshoot McGreevy.
no, I did not.
That would have been concerned. For him.
Sure.
Big league pitcher.
Sure. No.
I have had the good fortune of playing with a tour winner in Adam Long, Chris Nagel, who, of course, Doug, this show humbled. If you remember that at Meadowbrook, was that 2023?
I don't know the years.
It's on YouTube if you want to watch it. And he led the field in driving distance at the 2022 U.S. Open at Brookline. So that guy's a bomber. I don't think, Jackson and I were talking about this on the way home from Grove last night. I don't think I have ever seen a human being hit a golf ball as far as Cardinal starting pitcher Dustin May hits it.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say about it. It's mind-blowing. Now, he would be the first one to tell you it doesn't go where he's intending it to go about half the time, but when it does, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
The height, the distance. I think that the caddies told us that it was a 300-yard carry on a par 5. Doug, it was number 8. I know you were watching.
No.
And
live stream.
And in order to hit it through the fairway, the calculated distance was 365 on a 570-yard par 5, and he hit it through the fairway, had to drop, had 210 in with a 7-iron, and he flew it over the hole, and we could never find the ball.
Oh.
Yeah, the caddy said he had never seen a ball hit that far in that hole.
And and
pros
McElroy plays out there.
Yeah, like pros,
know.
like big time pros play out there.
So that was, I got to tell you, because I kind of in the back of my mind thought that we were better athletes than them,
right?
And we just let them on our show.
That's fair.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
After seeing that, I'm starting to wonder if they're different and better.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't think so, Tim. No. Dustin May is listed as 6'6", 180. He's really tall. I bet he can get a lot of whip going on that club.
Yeah, that is accurate. He is a really good looking swing too, real smooth swing. But he hits it. It goes so high that it disappears into the sky. It's towering shots. And yeah, when he gets a hold of one, and McGreevy's no slouch either. He hits the hell out of the ball.
Oh, great! So they can play golf. What about baseball?
Yeah.
Sorry, Tim. That was a preemptive text.
I like that. Did Jackson's parents wind up paying for him? Jackson, that is not what transpired. You can fight that.
Yeah, that's not what happened. That's not what happened.
Yep, that's hot. Go ahead and offer her up. That's from the recovering alcoholic. Doug, what does that mean?
I don't know.
Who is he talking about?
I don't know.
Well, when it's the recovering alcoholic, our buddy Chris, he usually is offering up his wife.
Right, but who's he offering her up to?
Yeah, the naughty little girl I was.
Oh, no.
Sounds like the caddies suck. It's from Mailman Rob.
Papers, did you say they were on motorcycles?
They were. Yeah, they ride these they're like golf motorcycles, and the carts go flying. Good Lord.
Get off their nuts, Jackson. That's from the 314. It was Sutton Caps.
It never hurts to be kind.
It's cool to be kind or cruel to be kind?
With the right.
So Dustin May's hitting his 7-iron more than 210?
That's correct,
You
sir.
think there's any PGA guys who are hitting it that far?
Yeah.
Yes.
A 7-iron more than 210?
Yeah. Give Dustin Johnson the irons that most players use, and he'll hit at 230.
Well, what's wrong with his irons now?
He uses blades. so that he could work the ball a little bit more. They don't fly off the face as much.
Work me with your hands.
Hitting
Your soft hands.
Hitting a 7-iron 230 wouldn't really benefit you in some cases, because then you're hitting like a super high spinny wedge shot into like 150 shots, and that's not great either.
Doug, you have offers coming in the Air Comfort Service text box where they are particularly not happy today. Could I get a round of golf with Doug if I offer my girlfriend up to him?
It doesn't work for me.
That was
Got a pick?
Well said.
Jackson's requesting a pick. He'll
Well,
handle all requests.
I mean, you gotta shoot to score.
More rich a-holes golfing. That's from the 618.
Yeah.
He's not happy.
I have
now.
a feeling this
You're
is
raising your voice at me?
us in this beautiful sunny Florida weather talking about playing this course. Probably not playing well.
Stop it, you jock sniffer. That's from the 314.
Oh,
and it's
who's the
getting
jock
rough.
sniffer?
So I should just
God,
be mean.
I'm tired of this story.
I should be mean. These guys were really cool, and we hung out, and I should just say,
This
no,
is the
they
flourish,
suck.
Martin.
They
It
suck.
turned out it wasn't.
This
the
is the
Jackson.
real flourish.
I spent
Kurt's on a heater back there.
upwards of
Yes.
spent upwards of 5 hours.
And
just
Iggy, stop
grilling
for
these
one
guys.
second. Stop talking about learn, dude. Just give it a rest.
What's up, Mr. Lex?
Mr. Lex. Jackson is so happy. Not today, you sad MFers. That's from Chairman Steve.
Like I said, yesterday was really awesome.
What was
So,
that song? Nothing Gonna Break on My Stride. Was
Matthew Wild. Was it Wild or Wilder, Doug?
something like
It's Olivia
that.
Wild,
Something like
Matthew
that.
Wilder,
Noah Wild.
I think
Wiley. Wiley Coyote.
That's the
ER.
Pit.
Yeah.
What?
But the
J.J.
estate
Weatherholt.
of the creator of ER is suing Pitt.
JJ Weatherholt from Pittsburgh connection.
So this is the show,
Oh my God.
What?
What?
The Pit takes place in Pittsburgh. We had JJ Weatherholt on the program.
Loves the Ravens. Goes to that last game. Ravens missed the kick. Harbaugh gets fired. Weatherholt wearing Ravens gear in Pittsburgh. Kids got stones. That's my takeaway. And he was part of the flourish.
And Tim
It went from
has really
J.J.
taken
Weatherholt,
his game
Victor
to
Scott.
another level.
See, it went Weatherholt, Scott, Molina.
Yeah.
I
Molina.
said there'd be a Molina.
Yeah, Molina.
Ish.
That was great use of just Molina.
Having sex is better than golf. You ought to try it, movie boy. That's from the 314. And this guy has been on a big heater today.
How'd that feel? That land at all?
Nah.
I don't think there's anything they can say to you.
Interesting.
How could they? Truly. I mean, after what I got to do yesterday. Yeah. I don't care.
Still the best day of your life.
It's one of, yeah. I don't ever want to say definitively one way or another, but it was one of. That's an experience I'll never forget.
Okay.
Took plenty of pictures too, which I'm glad I did.
Not postable.
Not post. I don't need to post them.
Well, no, I understand that, but because
right.
people have said, can you guys show this?
No.
And that is one of there are two rules: respect to everybody's privacy, and if you see me, as in me being Michael Jordan coming up behind you, get the F out of the way.
Oh,
yeah.
He likes a brisk pace, Doug.
Well, when you play 36 a day, Monday through Friday.
He plays 36 a day, Monday through Friday.
What do you think McElroy does? If he's on does he get out of the way when it's Tiger?
I wonder how that would happen.
Like, look out, I'm Michael Jordan. Like, okay, I'm Rory McIlroy.
And I just paid $550 to play.
He's probably a member.
Guys, that was an awesome story from Benji about 15-year-old Yachty. Dude was always built differently. That's from the 314. If we would have had more time with him, I'd be curious, because he said he wasn't a 5-tool player. He had one tool, and it was his mind. And clearly, the way they were raised and the way they think, and then Benji always talks about Yachty's mind and how he can see the game. LaRusso would always talk about Edmund's mind and how he could see the game. I'd be curious, to delve into that more, because clearly there's something there. And in the case of great competitors, more often than not, and I'm thinking specifically with this organization, but I think you can apply it to some other places too. Jordan would certainly be one. Guys that aren't necessarily the most media friendly, I suppose, tend to also be the killers and tend to be the guys you want on your team. And there's got to be something there. I don't know what that is. I don't know. You can have all the theories in the world on it, but I'm thinking about the competitors and like the competitive spirit and the killer attitude in the guys that we've covered. It would be in that Molina, Carpenter, Pujols category.
Yeah, not warm and fuzzy.
Right.
I mean,
they're
all business.
But their teammates love them. These guys here who are currently playing, who watched them play growing up, love them. You want to go back. Bob Gibson and that kind of intensity. I was watching a little clip today, I guess, as Bob does sports. Do you see Finau running around with them?
Yep.
and told the story. There's a famous story of he was in the final group with Tiger in 2019 when Tiger won, and how after 6 holes they hadn't said a word to each other. They obviously know each other, and so they're walking down 7, and Finau goes, "It's awkward," and we're just walking with each other when we talk. And I go, "So how are Sam and Charlie doing?" And he looks at me like he's irritated that I asked, and he says, "They're fine," and he keeps walking. And then they're on the President's Cup team together a couple of years later in Melbourne, and they're all joking around on the bus going to the golf course. And he said, "We're watching Tiger, and he is staring at the seat in front of him like in a trance, not joking around, not angry that they're joking around. It's just a different kind of wiring." And I'll say this to Jackson about it's probably not the most pleasant way to go through life.
No.
But at the same time, that's why I talk about when Benji was bringing up the mental thing that he observed in his brother, who's 10 years his junior, and the way that these guys talk about him when he was playing, and then now the younger players talk about him now as a coach. I'd be curious what that's all about, if that's taught or if that's something that you're just born with.
Yeah, kind of the cost of greatness in a way.
Seems a little weird. I mean,
That's what that's
a little
thing.
weird that you can't say, "Hey, how are you? Good to see you," and not chat it up.
I mean, Rory intentionally didn't talk to Bryson when he won the Masters this past year, and he was told by I think he works with Bob Rotella, who's a sports psychologist. Like, you go out there and you try to be friendly, and then you go into a bad place, and then it compounds.
You can lose your focus.
That's it
quickly.
Yeah. So it's
and Lee Trevino wasn't Lee Trevino the opposite. He would just be talking. They're like, "Oh, stop it!" But
that's how he was comfortable.
But it also kind of annoyed the other guy. Might have affected their game.
Every great team needs a psychopath or two. The Bulls had Jordan, the Patriots had Brady, and TMA has Doug mother effing Vaughn. That's from Dem Hogs. Yeah,
as a psychopath.
Well, I mean, when we'll be riding to the show in the team bus, and Jackson and I are kind of playing slap and tickle.
Yeah.
And Doug's just staring straight ahead. And he's thinking about the drops of the week.
Just thinking how I'm not going to be much good to you. That's how the great ones think. Here's why I can't perform today. That's always front and center in the minds of the great ones.
I thought the Benji story, I thought he was going to say his dad took him to a boxing ring and said, "You want to fight?"
I was wondering where that was going.
I thought that's what was next, but he was basically saying, "You think you're tough? Okay, play with all the grown men and see how you handle yourself." And then he did. And that's what really toughened him up.
They went to the championship game with a 15-year-old catcher.
And then the guy in right field who thought it was the third out chucks the ball into the stands, costs them the game. The question was, what happened to the right fielder? I think he got his ass kicked. If I'm going to
go to jail,
a little tougher down there.
You're welcome to give your thoughts. 314-399-9646. Really express your upset nature that Jackson's happy today, if you could. Jackson had a good day yesterday. Let's bring him down. I think that's the right way to handle it.
Yeah, I think that's right.
314-399-9646. We're going to be shutting down the program today at 10 a.m. We have flights returning to St. Louis. Doty is driving back to St. Louis. BK for our takeover at 10 o'clock today. You can email me your anger about that. That's T. McKernan at InsideSTL.com. It's TMCKERNAN at InsideSTL.com. And really give me the hot swat and the who's who, if you could. And then you also have the option to support the sponsors, like our presenting sponsor, Brown & Crouppen. They're local, founded in 1979 and serving St. Louis for over 45 years. To the insurance company or just a claim number, to your team at Brown & Crouppen, your person, a person with a name that Brown & Crouppen cares about and will fight for. Don't you want a local law firm, one that knows how to handle the big national insurance companies and the local courts? Brown & Crouppen is a part of the community. They value it. After an accident, money is tight. That's why they offer so much for free. At Brown & Crouppen, it won't cost too much. You pay nothing up front. They never get paid unless you do. When you're a client, all questions are answered for free. If you think you may need Brown & Crouppen services, call 314-222-2222 or go to getbc.com. Make sure you let them know you heard about them on TMA. The choice of lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements. We'll take a break, come back with more TMA here on 101 ESPN.
Turn. This is the Morning After on 101 ESPN. Live from Roger Dean Stadium at Cardinal Spring Training.
Presented by Healthcare Evolution.
Listen to this song, Doug. It's called Navy Caps on the Road.
Yeah, I like it. These songs should really play at Busch Stadium during the games. They really should.
Critical of the uniform choice that the fans voted against. I would be all for it. A coup d'etat from the fans. Yeah, this is a girl band that I formed from Girl Next Doors. I think 3 of them worked at Hooters in Fairview Heights. And the other 2 were just from St. Gabriel's. That's in 2012?
I don't know what class, Tim.
And they got together and sang Navy Caps on the Road. Beautiful.
It's really their first big hit. They've made some other music, but this is the one that's probably going to go platinum.
Inspiring, really.
This show sucks ass this week.
Oh.
Boy, you just can't win. Yeah, turn it up.
Back to the song. Does that mean it's over the top? You said it was a big hit.
Jody, what is that? I heard a voice and I thought, boy, one of those kids in the neighborhood hacked into the system again.
It's my attempt of humor. That's the reason.
I apologize.
Okay, it's over the top, and I thought that was funny. I even thought twice about it. Never mind.
Okay.
You can steal
the
that,
same
Doug.
gentleman is describing the show as, I guess, for lack of a better term, a man sleeping with another man.
Oh,
yeah. That's the way that this gentleman's describing
some
the
nice
show.
early aughts kind of insult
And
there.
here he is, having the time of his life. This night.
Guys, I could listen to this all summer long. That's from Percy Blumpkin.
Yeah, good tune.
How about Benji Molina, who before he came down to Florida for the weekend, Spanish broadcast, Cardinals announcer, said he was he likes to get the flavor down here by listening to TMA before he comes down here. So I think he disagrees with the texture.
Well, you're welcome to get involved on the program. 314-399-9646. Roof Restore is a locally owned business with decades of experience in the roofing business. Roof Restore treats and maintains existing asphalt shingled roofs, adding up to 15 years to the life of your existing roof at a tiny fraction of the cost of replacement. For many Americans, their home is the most valuable asset, and their roof is the most expensive and most important single feature when it comes to protecting that asset. Did you know you may not have to replace your aging roof? What if you could make it look and perform like new at a fraction of the cost? Visit notanewroof.com to see the incredible before and after photos. It's notanewroof.com, or you can call 314-279-ROOF today to see if your roof is a candidate and save your roof and save your money. Jackson, we've got great news. Joey Lenore has just released
here we go.
Updated bracketology.
Oh, here we go.
And Missouri is one of the last 4 teams in this tournament.
That's
Doug,
good.
Missouri is one of the last 4 teams in this tournament. Now, bad woos.
Bad woos?
Woo, woo, woo.
Woo, woo, woo.
Bad woos.
Kenny Woo.
They have to go to Dayton, where they will take fight on.
A team that Illinois just absolutely smoked. I like that. But
Okay.
Illinois, in fairness, did absolutely smoke Missouri.
They will have the Illini Bowl in Dayton against USC. And if they will get past the Trojans, fight on They will take on Denny Crum and the Louisville Cardinals.
Gosh, he's been gone 20 years or more.
But guess what? Jackie Paper, get ready.
I see it.
Get ready.
Yeah.
If they get past Denny Crum and Purvis Ellison.
So that'd be a 6, then they'd face a 3.
right.
Purvis Ellison. Jesus.
That 3, Martin, Rock, Chalk,
Oh, there it is.
J, Hawk.
Yeah.
Well, Peterson's already declared he's out for
I was
that
gonna
game. So
say,
this is good.
It's a TBD on their star player, old number 22. But I'd love it. I'd love for the Tigers. If the Tigers had to play Kansas in the tournament, how
What would
cool.
you do?
I'd be so fired up. That'd be awesome. If they got to play Illinois or SLU or any of the teams in the area or rivals, that'd be great. I think that would be a great thing.
I mean, they'd have to go through Denny Crum, Bill Self, and then Danny Hurley.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. I'd be into that.
That's in Greenville, so
Yeah,
you might want to book
Greenville.
your flights.
So UConn's a 2?
UConn's a 2 in
Okay.
that tournament bracket. That, of course, being the East. So the Missouri-UConn matchup taking place in D.C. Meanwhile, ILL, a 2 seed, but they get sent to Oklahoma City in this tournament.
Well, we don't really know that yet.
They will take on Troy. If they get past,
Troy.
if they get past Troy, they would take on Utah State or Texas A&M. That's Illinois. They're in Oklahoma City. They get shipped out of St.
Okay.
Louis. Guess who gets to play in St. Louis?
Not the Billikens.
Billikens, rah. That's where Lenardi and the media had them playing last night. Did you see that media bracketology?
Yeah.
But Lenardi this morning's got them in Philadelphia as an 8 seed now. As an 8 seed.
Playing
Taking on
SMU.
Yeah, you're right. I apologize. I
SMU.
misspoke. And if they get past SMU, hello again, everybody. It's the Michigan Wolverines, who Jackson's already handed the national championship.
Yeah, I don't like
I'm
that
giving it to
draw.
Arizona.
I don't like that draw.
No, that would be tough. That's the problem with that 8-9 seed is you win, you got someone waiting for you on the other side.
So the NCAA invited all those sports pundits and like in the room.
They
last
did a
night?
meet. Did you? There
Kind of
was
did a mock
I can't-
selection.
Holmgren was the name of the gentleman who tweeted it out.
Yeah, not Chet,
it was
but-
a media conglomerate bracketology, and they had the Billikens as a 7 in St. Louis taking on Texas in the 7-10 matchup. Texas, of course, going to Columbia this past Saturday and beating the Fighting Tigers. The Joe Lenardi bracketology has the Billikens in Philadelphia as an 8 seed taking on SMU. Now, here's something to keep an eye on. Southeast Missouri is also in that pod. They're taking on UMBC. If they can get past UMBC and Michigan, it sets up a rematch between the Billikens and Southeast in the second round of this tournament.
Yeah, and that's an easy task for the Red Hawks. They get past the Retrievers of UMBC, who was the first 16 seed to defeat the number 1 seed, blow so many years ago, and then just get past Dusty May and the Michigan Wolverines.
But before, I'm going to say not so fast, before SEMO gets that bid, it's the Ohio Valley, Lindenwood, or friend of the show, Brian Baroni and SIUE. They could win that conference.
Real
tournament.
Thunderdome there.
It's up for grabs.
Well, Mark Milton went to both Illinois and
Okay.
St. Louis U, so it's hard to know who he's going to be rooting for.
Roger
Probably
Aston.
SLU. He's a big Billiken booster. If you got years of unfiled tax returns or tax liens, bank levies, wage garnishments keeping you up at night, or maybe you're even facing IRS criminal investigation, the guy you need to know and contact is STL tax lawyer Mark Milton. His website is stltaxlawyer.com. Mark Milton and stltaxlawyer.com provide a local and holistic approach to tax resolution. As I said, he went to Illinois for his accounting degree. He went to SLU for his law degree. Then he started his legal career with the Department of Justice Tax Division in Washington, D.C., where he represented the IRS in tax cases around the country and received the DOJ's Outstanding Trial Attorney Award. Mark now helps individuals and small businesses solve their tax problems. And he also is licensed in Florida now, too, if you're down here. If you have IRS problems, you contact Mark Milton at stltaxlawyer.com today. You'll be saying, I'm not guilty. I am with Milty. Remember, the choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
Universal Windows Direct, longtime TMA sponsor. And right now, when you buy 2 windows, you get 2 free. That is a real deal from Universal Windows Direct. There's no limit whether you need 4 or 14. Half of them are on the house. You also get 0% interest for 36 months, so you can upgrade your home now and spread out the payments with no added cost. And for a little extra love, you'll get $500 off your home improvement project when you schedule this month. So this February, show your home a little appreciation. Treat it to an upgrade that you'll feel every single day through winter and beyond. Call 314-334-2522 or visit universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free estimate today. Buy two, get two free, 0% financing for 3 years, $500 off your project, comfort savings, and a home you'll fall in love with all over again. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows. Boys, that's going to do it for me. You're going to wrap things up and land the plane at approximately 10 o'clock. BK and Ferrario are going to take over. My flight is a little early out of Lauderdale, so I'm going to try to get down there in time.
Oh, then 95 is always smooth sailing, too.
Oh, yeah, you don't know. You got to make a choice in the Turnpike or 95. Doug, what do you think?
I'd go 95. It's
Right.
probably okay this time of day.
And 95 South saying Woot, there it is, but Tag Team did Whoop, there it is. You remember that?
I don't.
I think that happened, Jackson. You might want to look that up.
All right, I'll look
Be
into
a
it.
fun topic
Look
for
it up.
Movie Boy.
Yeah.
Jackson, I am sorry you are happy.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your apology. And yesterday was awesome. So I don't care.
There you go. Yesterday was
How long
awesome.
will this high last?
I don't know. Just play
Till
it
the
by
next
ear.
Mizzou loss?
Yeah, that's probably about right. Yeah. But today, yesterday was awesome.
Well, God bless.
God bless you, man.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Watch this. And God bless America.
There you go.
All right. I am heading out 95 South. Woot, there it is. Doty, thank you for all your work this week. Chairman Kurt, wonderful work on the drops and getting us on and off the air. Martin, Doug, and Jackson. I didn't like it. I didn't like your work.
Yeah.
And I have been texting management from my KD burner account.
Yeah.
And saying,
I think I'll stay next week just to kind of hone my spring training skills.
for Kwame Nwoyukas.
Yes.
Chairman just said, "Oh no."
Hey, travel safe, Tim. It'll be great to have you back.
Oh my gosh, Doug.
Okay. All right.
What about the other guys?
Doug, you can stay too. Jackson, come on back.
Nice.
Mark,
Wow,
what the hell
this
is that? Is that
guy.
Kwame Nwoyukas talking?
Alliances
what-
are forming.
Yeah, they
Jeez.
are. All right, more TMA coming up live from Cardinal Spring Training. Thank you to Healthcare and Evolution and Guanabana's for the sponsorships to make it possible for us to come down here. This is TMA 101 ES.
the work. This is the Morning After on 101 ESPN, live from Roger Dean Stadium at Cardinal Spring Training.
Presented by Healthcare Evolution.
Listen up, y'all. This is a song for the Cardinals. It's playoff time. October's here. It's time to gear up and get ready.
All right, we are back. TMA, we're going to read some emails. Martin.
Okay.
What, is that a thing on this show?
Yeah, we like to do that. We like to read emails. Chairman, can I hit the music?
Oh, wow. Demanding. Look at this guy.
Well, we're low on time.
Oh, geez. Okay.
I hate that. You're fine. I hate how you guys make me care about things. I just want to be mad and take it out on my local sports teams, like any lifelong fan. But it's especially challenging since I've given up social media trolling in the afternoons for Lent. But now I find myself rooting for these Redbirds after hearing from so many of them, hoping that they are ready to soar. Along the same lines, I never used to care that if someone that I didn't know got to play Grove 23, but now I really want Jackson's transparent ploy of leaving his wallet near the fish pizza table in hopes that Michael Jordan would personally return it to him to work out. Great birthday week, Tim. That's from Shooter McGavin, the vice president of rental/stolen car customer care.
And that's also a callback because Edmonds thought it was Tim's birthday.
Correct.
Shooter McGavin.
Good morning. I'm not impressed with your Patagonia puffer vest that you thrifted from someone much wealthier. And let's face it, your wife's not that hot. Oh, wow. You live at Eureka? Should we throw a party? Which of the 5 Dollar Trees do you shop at? How many rewards have you earned on the Subway app? You live there because you couldn't afford Wildwood, so you drive an ugly van to and fro an overpriced baseball clinic. By the way, that quote-unquote instructor is trying to bang your wife. Go ahead and fork over another $2,000, you dumb little cuck.
Oh, not kind.
Your son still won't be able to hit a curveball. Also, the hair transplant didn't work. You look like you got out of the pool. Leave this Sunset Hills Old Navy because you make me sick. Chippity ba ba. That's from Dad's quote-unquote business partner.
Dad's business partner.
The annual spring training run for TMA has come to an end. Each morning as I was taking out my dogs, Tim the Magnificent and Tim the Handsome, I tuned in each morning to eagerly learn about what this 2026 Cardinal squad was all about. And what a squad we have put together this season. We've learned about golf expenditures, Doug's overeating multiple days, including a 7-taco run, construction debris left in the parking lot, Martin enjoying some donuts, and his room being too hot. Perhaps next season the players won't be avoiding the program, but there is a light. Oh, brother, our captain, our king, Tim, will return to St. Louis, and that provides promise to us all. That's from
Kurt?
Marlins Family Barbecue. And finally, hey, guys.
Marlins Family Barbecue.
Just wanted to say congrats on a hugely successful and entertaining TMA at spring training. Tim, your hosting was top-notch. The interviews were sharp, prepared, and really well done. Doug, as always, hilarious and effortless. Truly one of the greatest in St. Louis radio history. Martin, incredible work. The guest, the preparation, the grind. It all showed. And Jackson, well, I hope you enjoyed all that free golf.
Okay.
Respectively, the Hunchback of Vaughn Castle.
Hunchback of Vaughn Castle.
That's going to do it for email today. Martin, can you tell us about Mid-America?
I can tell you about Mid-America. Last week, my wife and I flew out of the Muscuda Airport, Mid-America, St. Louis Airport. FlyMidAmerica.com is where you can book the flight to Allegiant. And I've been talking about it for a long time, and I've been there many times. This was our first flight, and love the experience. You get to the airport. It's easy to get through the gate, to get through security, and boom, you're at the gate, direct flight to Fort Lauderdale. That's the way to go. Get online, book it to Destin, Gulf Shores, Orlando, so many different Florida locations. They go to Vegas. They have seasonal trips to Charleston and Knoxville. Low prices, convenience. How about that in the airline industry these days? Convenience and low prices. You get that at Mid-America, St. Louis Airport. Spring break just around the corner. Still time to get online and book that flight. Love that experience there. Again, you park right in front of the terminal, walk in. You're at that gate. It took, I would say it was, Doug, was it less than 20 minutes?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Okay, it was right around 20 minutes to get from the car to the gate. FlyMidAmerica.com was where you can book that flight. And you know that email, Jackson, is brought to us by
Design Air Heating and Cooling.
Doug, do you know anything about this?
Well, absolutely I do. And you would want to know something about it, too, if something goes wrong with your the cold air is back in St. Louis. Design Air has been serving St. Louis since 1904. More than a century of keeping homes comfortable and customers happy. And they're not just another HVAC company. They also happen to be the longest-running sponsor on TMA, and we appreciate that very much. Seth Goldcamp runs the business there. He's a fourth-generation family member that is running Design Air. They do fantastic work and honest work. You're never going to be sold something that you don't need. So whether you're dealing with the St. Louis cold or the summer heat, they have got your back with dependable service and no pressure solutions. Visit designairservice.com. Schedule your service today. Design Air, comfort you can count on since 1904. Design Air brings the heat and home of the handsome repairman.
We'll be back with the winner of the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day on the other side of the break. You're listening to TMA Live from Cardinal Spring Training, presented to you by Brown and Crouppen. Healthcare Evolution this week, giving us coverage here from Spring Training.
conditioning dealer.
Broadcasting live from Cardinal Spring. This is TMA on 101 ESPN.
Presented by Healthcare Evolution.
Cardinal, they're hungry. Cardinal, they're hungry. In 2025, we're gonna go all in. Gonna start it off by thumping the Twins. From there on out, it's all downhill. We're going bats on fire. Bill, do it.
Hey, pal. Hey, pal. What's going on? Getting cozy? Okay. Music's playing back there. We're live in Jupiter, Florida, in case you got a little disoriented from the drinking.
Might be
in the
closer to
sun.
you, buddy.
Okay, watch it, the two of you.
We're back at the
Is my mic on?
Guanabana's picnic table here. TMA live from Jupiter, Florida. All week long. We're winding it down, Papers, what we like to say. I was just double checking that. Illini game tomorrow night is on the 2 Fox, we believe, at 7 o'clock as they take on McKernan. I saw Bill Plaschke writing a column saying it's time for him to go. The heat on McKernan has certainly been dialed up for some of his antics. Illinois at UCLA, 7 o'clock on the 2 Fox. Billikens tonight, 6 o'clock at home. Chaffetz against VCU. Huge A-10 showdown in Midtown. Best of luck to friend of the show, Josh Schertz.
Absolutely.
Hopefully he doesn't feel abandoned. We've been down here, Doug, doing baseball journalism, and our friend of the show, Josh Schertz, back in St. Louis.
He's probably okay.
Okay.
Now, I don't know that for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
But I would assume that he's able to struggle through it. It's not easy, I know, for him or most of St. Louis when we're gone for a week or so.
Yeah.
But we'll
Hey,
be
are
back.
you boys taking questions?
Yeah, of course.
I'm curious. I've been kind of an observer here, watching you guys have a blast, do some great interviews. I just want to ask each of you, what was the, Jackson, other than you, we know what your highlight was. What was the highlight of the week for you, gentlemen?
I had fun playing golf at PGA National.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, I played
These guys in their golf
better
cart.
than
I
had.
was dedicated to journalism throughout the week, both radio and TV.
I'll answer for Martin. It was
wow.
reading all the replies to his Jordan Walker
Yes.
swing video.
All the hitting coaches that follow me on Twitter.
Yeah, I think that was Martin.
And then I got in trouble for showing the bad angle of the swing. It became my fault at one point.
You don't know photography.
No. I think the low point was this morning before the show. I literally was putting on a little sunscreen, just a little spray, and I could feel somebody staring at me. And I looked at Holly Marmol, looked at me with just great disgust. There's no other way to put it, but it was great disdain and disgust. And that was after he asked me what I brought to the show.
Right.
Felt like one of the early texters when the show rolled out last October.
Yeah. Yeah. Ollie didn't seem to embrace your role. I embrace your role. I think you're
Thanks,
great,
Marty.
I think
Thanks.
you're great. So, and I'm in the room with you every day. You know, Ollie is an observer.
I
We
was
don't
literally-
know. We don't know about all the guys in the clubhouse. He doesn't know about all our guys.
Right.
But shout out Jesse Kiowski for the cool club papers. The
Big
choice.
shout out. Big shout out. That was awesome.
It's just kind of a random neighborhood in Palm Beach Gardens, and then this backyard is just a little playland.
Yeah,
kind
it
of
is.
Willy Wonka's backyard.
Yeah. We got to sit out there, enjoy it. It was really, really fun this week.
And a gentleman's kind enough to clean it about 5 in the morning.
Wearing a headlamp. I thought we were getting robbed.
Yeah.
He must have 100 pools to
I
do
mean,
today and got to get an early start.
If you have to do it in the dark, well, pool looked good.
Yeah. And Doug just asleep the switch is not there to protect us in case he was an intruder.
I heard it. I didn't even care
You were in
if
the
it was an
clubhouse. You had
intruder. You wouldn't have
closest
cared.
proximity
Yeah.
to the potential burglar.
He could have ransacked us.
I think
certainly
on the
could've.
baseball side, I think the Heim Bloom visit.
Yeah.
Just kind of detailing how they're not going to do things just for show. Whether that's keeping a guy like Weatherholt on the opening day roster or even, adding a veteran. I think Ollie might have talked about, we're not going to do it just to do it. So I don't think anybody's opinion of the season has changed dramatically. They've kind of outlined the vision. Their offseason already told us they're going backwards before they go forwards. And I do think if you just look at the math, Weatherholt's on the team.
Oh, he's
I mean,
got to
he
be.
has to be.
He's got to be.
And it's not just to sell tickets, but I mean, somebody's got to play second base. And He has played all over, but he sat down with us. Part of the Friday Flourish, Ed Weatherholt said, he played mostly second base. Sounds like he's most comfortable at second base.
I would think. I mean, you got to get the fan base jazzed up a little bit, don't you? You got to give them somebody to go out there and monitor and watch and be excited about. And I think this year he's that guy.
Absolutely. I mean, without the question, he's going to be the guy.
By the way, spelled out the SLU game tonight, the Illinois game. Also, don't forget, Mizzou is at John Calipari in Arkansas.
Let's get after it. That's going to be a tough game.
Tomorrow afternoon, I think this is an Eastern time 4, so it must be 3 o'clock. I'm going to assume this is listed Eastern. That's on ESPN. Coming your way on Saturday. Email of the day. Do we have a winner?
Yes, Kurt, do we have a winner for email of the day?
Well, we're going to peek behind the curtain here a little bit. I actually need one more vote from the dais, so we're going to do it live here. Doug, who you voting for?
Okay.
This is a major moment here. It's a deciding vote.
Wow.
I've entered in my
and
vote.
actually, Doug has this Stiefel log.
Yeah, writing them down.
He writes every day down. I keep my own little notes, but Doug actually keeps it in a binder.
I'll go for the Hunchback of Vaughn Castle.
He votes Hunchback of Vaughn Castle. Chairman, do we have a winner now?
We do. Doug just picked the winner.
There it is.
Wow.
Hunchback of Vaughn Castle gets
right.
the victory today.
Conveniently enough, we will hand the baton at some point here to BK and Ferrara. They're over there at the E&B Granite counters. The ice rink.
Yeah.
They're over at the ice rink.
At
Blues
the
are back
SMT,
on the ice this week. They've been practicing for the guys who are not in the Olympics. Right about now, you've got Colton Parayko and Jordan Binnington playing for Team Canada, trying to advance to the gold medal game. And then the U.S. playing a little bit later today against Dalibor Dvorsky. So Blues players still prominent in the Olympics, but the team has been working out, and those guys will join us. We appreciate them hopping on a little bit early. We'll get to them in just a bit. I did see a Lance Lynn quote because the talk of the week in the baseball world is about Tony Clark resigning as the head of the MLB Players Union. And Lance Lynn, he is on that segment, Cardinals territory with the Cat, Jim Hayes, Kyle Gibson. I think Holiday's on occasion from his car, I think. And Lance Lynn, in the Tony Clark resignation, Lance Lynn said, all we're losing is the guy who just talks to the media. So he didn't sound too disappointed that he's no longer the rep and that this Bruce Meyer will step in, and the mantra is the same, no hard cap. They're not.
Yeah, that seems to be the tenor.
Nothing has changed.
Yeah.
But that sounds like a very Lance Lynn answer, does it not?
It absolutely does.
Well, Tony Clark kind of ruined his career, didn't he?
I would say.
Maybe he doesn't need any more career after this. But to have an inappropriate relationship with your sister-in-law that you hired against nepotism rules, and now they're even checking out some of the financial irregularities going on behind the scene. I mean, that sounds like a meltdown to me.
They're kind of going out in flames.
Yeah. Yikes.
And the timing is strange with the whole potential lockout, and you've got the head of the players union with all this flying around him on the way out. But again, the players are saying it doesn't matter. Bruce Meyer steps in. Nothing's changed, but it's a fascinating sequence to play out as we unearth that here while we're sitting at the picnic table.
Right. Well,
the program. What did you learn? You're a young guy. You did this last year.
Yep.
Going into that clubhouse, and this was year 2 for you. Do you feel? We always ask the players, how different do you feel this year? How about for you?
So this year we did it a week later. We were there when pitcher catcher report last year. This year, a lot more structured activity. So you got to kind of know that going into it and work around that. But it's really, I love the new facility here. It looks really, really good. It seems like that seems to be the overall message from the ball players is that it looks really cool around here. It looks good. And, stay younger. I like Victor Scott saying we're going to get not only younger. We're good to go.
All right. If you missed any of today's segment, you go back and you can podcast like the Dickens. That's what Doug likes to do. We had JJ Weatherholt. We had Victor Scott. A great visit with Benji Molina as well. I told you we'd have a Molina paper.
You nailed it. You nailed it.
Thanks to Doty for all his hard work this week, keeping us on and off the air. For the whole team here, Chairman Kurt back in the studio. We're going to hand it off. We appreciate BK and Ferrara taking over for us.
Thank you to Healthcare Evolution, and thank you to Guanabanas for sponsoring this week. A lot of fun this week, Doug.
Sure was.
Yeah.
Sure was. Sorry it's ended. The weather here has been absolutely perfect all week long, up to about 80 degrees today, 81 or 2.
I think we've really grown as a show. All right, that'll do it. BK and Ferrara coming your way next.